This is Devious Dave Rose, professional pariah and all-around asshole. And you are tuned in to the greatest, defending, undisputed video game collector on the planet. Casey is Raw.
The following announcement has been paid for by Casey is Raw. What up, guys? My name is Casey is Raw, and my co-host for right now is MK3 Kratos. Welcome to Saturday is Raw XXXL2. Welcome, Kratos. How you doing, bro?
I'll tell you, I was not expecting to see Dave Rose in the intro. That threw me for a damn loop.
Why not? Why not?
I
had that for a while.
I wasn't expecting it today.
I hadn't used that intro in a long time. Oh, we got a different caller coming in. I asked him to come in. We got Steve Callan. What's up, Steve?
Up?
Hey, not much. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
All righty. We started a little early, than we even talked, because a lot of times lately, my whole internet issue seems to be crap. So I decided, if I can get it going, why not? Mm-hmm. But we got Asia Crowley in the chat. Welcome. So, this week is not as a bunch of eventful as the previous week, but obviously we have the whole thing with the kickoff, the WrestleMania kickoff.
Yeah, makes you wonder, are they going to do
might have a special
show too? Or is this the only one?
What?
Makes you wonder if this is going to be the only one, or if they're going to have another one during the actual show weekend, whatever.
That's a good point. I mean, I'm wondering, how much of this whole thing with Cody was a work beforehand. What I heard when The Rock signed up to be on the board of directors is that he wanted it to be him versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania in the contract. But that was signed and sealed before Cody Rhodes won at the Royal Rumble. That's why I heard
Is
through
that just rumors, though?
other YouTubers.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
it's just
I heard
just
that too,
rumors.
but yeah, I don't. I heard that going around too, but I didn't believe it.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I mean, it's rumors, but what's up, Talvish?
What's good, Talvish?
So I'm wondering how much was that? I mean, you knew they were going to do something after the backlash when The Rock looked like he was going to cuck Cody out of his spot.
Yeah,
I mean, that's exactly what happened.
I think they just. I think we were gonna get Cody Roman. I think that this is what they wanted. I think this was their plan,
Yeah.
just to get. I don't know about the heated part, but
What
if
the
with the Rock or anything, if they did, then that's a good job
what
on
the start?
them.
I'm sorry, Steve. If I talk over you, if you're in the middle of a sentence, same thing with you, Kratos. If I start saying something, if it's probably my internet issues. So if I start talking and stop, go ahead and go, because that means I didn't realize you're about to say something. All right.
All good.
So,
Steve, you can continue, I guess.
but
No, but if that was
I'm-
the plan to like heat up the Rock, if that was the plan, like what they did, then good on them. I don't know if that was the plan, but if it was, then yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know what was the purpose of it. I mean, obviously, it was
I'm hearing a
a
potential
twist.
I'm hearing it's gonna be a potential tag match for night one of Mania for Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman at some point.
I could see
That's
that.
what I'm hearing.
Well,
I could also see a Chamber.
Well-
I think we get the Rock at Chamber, maybe.
well,
Mhm.
I'm hearing that tag team match is going to happen at the Elimination Chamber
Oh, really?
because Solid Monster was thinking about that beforehand when this whole thing went down. Like, I don't believe they'll do the tag team match at WrestleMania. I do think we're going to have something completely different. I definitely think The Rock is going to be in the main event of one of the nights. And I do think I think it will be The Rock versus Roman at night one.
Night one? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, night one. And that will be for the Universal
have
title,
them
but they
open-
might.
I would say have them open up WrestleMania night one with that match. That way,
The Rock is
that
not
way,
good for a belt.
what?
Yeah, but the problem. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
I said, Chris, like, what do you think? Like, I don't. That's like we look at the Rock, but he don't need the belt. Just have it as a normal match. The Rock don't need a championship match.
I know. I'm saying Rock and Roman open up night one of Mania. That way, Rollins and whoever wins the Chamber gets the main event of night one.
Okay, yeah, that would be good. I'm okay with that.
I would like to see Seth Rollins and whoever is the winner of the Elimination Chamber match at night one. The problem is which one's going to be a bigger main event for night one: The Rock versus Roman for the belt, or Seth Rollins and the winner of the Elimination Chamber for the world belt.
It's gonna be Rock and Roman to open up the show if they go that route. Because one,
And honestly,
how long? Go ahead.
Well, obviously, I'm thinking that Roman's going to beat The Rock to retain.
Mhm. Yep.
And then Cody's going to win the next night. So I definitely thinking Roman is going to be fighting on 2 nights.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
okay. That's a general consensus.
I mean, I would like to see Seth Rollins get the main event of night 1. But
me
I
too.
like to say hi to Mikhail in the chat. But yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, they definitely going to do something with The Rock.
Yeah.
So
the one thing that
let's
they
talk.
the one thing that they cannot do is have Rock and Roman in the main event of night 2 and have Cody versus Seth on the card. That is the one thing they cannot do.
Oh, I got a question. What do you guys think about this? Let's go ahead and let's say I put Rock and Roman on the main event of night 1, but on night 2, then before the main event of night 2 is Seth Rollins and whoever's the winner. And then right after that, it's Roman and Cody. You think that's ability?
Could be, but it screws out the winner of the women's rumble out of a potential main event too. Because remember, Bayley versus Io is also a potential main event, even though it doesn't have enough story built up for it.
Oh, I mean, they did the same thing last year. I mean, they put the tag team titles on night 1, and
That
then
had a
night 2
story.
was and then it was the undisputed belt on night 2.
I'm just saying the Bloodline versus Sami and KO that had an actual story because that dated back to War Games when Kevin Owens was on the babyface side against the Bloodline.
Yeah. Talvish is asking, what's your idea of Damian Priest cashing at Mania?
I think he'll cash in
I
on
say
Rollins and whoever the winner of the Chamber is. That's when he'll cash in.
Nah, I think it'll be after WrestleMania. Let's say Seth Rollins retain at WrestleMania. I predict that Damian Priest will cash in the night on Raw against Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking, yeah, Seth Rollins will retain the belt.
I'm making 2 predictions.
But
Damian Priest winning the Chamber.
That's who I'm
Drew
thinking.
McIntyre
What about
winning
you?
the Chamber. I'm making 2 predictions right now. Drew McIntyre wins the Chamber, and he beats Seth for the belt at Mania, but Damian Priest swoops in to cash in on him the minute he wins the belt.
It's not a bad idea. The only reason I would say I'm thinking Seth Rollins will retain is because, one, Seth Rollins did not ever. He did win the belt against Brock Lesnar, but that was opening on one of the nights. I think that was the year before the pandemic. And that might have was 35, I think. Yeah, I think that was 35. But I don't know. I just thinking that Seth Rollins deserves to have a main event win for him, but he's already have so much accolades. I think he'll be okay to drop the belt to Damian Priest at night one. I'll be okay with that. I'm just wondering what's about Steve's opinion about this. If Steve is still here. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Did I just lose you guys? We got the Joker. Oh no. Can you hear me now? I might have to. I'm going to reload myself. That's weird. I still don't care anymore. I don't know what's going on. If their audio is off, my audio is off. I don't know what the hell's going on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Did I lose both Kratos and what?
I can hear you, Casey. Can you hear me?
Okay, I'm not a lost. Yeah, I'm not a
Damn
lost
you and your
Kratos for a second.
damn you and your neighbor's internet.
Yeah. But so what do you think about this one right here? About Damian Priest cashing at WrestleMania.
Um,
And I'm assuming
he could he could cash in at WrestleMania, or I don't know if this has been done before, but because from Money in the Bank, you have a whole year, so you have Money in the Bank to Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah.
Imagine, I know that they do this, but imagine he cashes it at the Money in the Bank, like before like the match goes on for the ladder. I know that won't happen, but I don't know. You never know.
Well, Kratos thinks it's gonna be against the winner between Seth Rollins and the winner of this. Let's just call him the winner, so we don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over and over. Winner of the Elimination Chamber. But I mean, that's a good point. I see him doing it on Monday. You can see Dukas.
No,
He's going under the blankets. Look at that. You can see him. He's trying to find a spot to.
I could see that. I think if he does two on Monday, Damian Priest will probably be the longest that cashed in the Money in the Bank. I think.
I think there was someone went longer, but no, I don't think no one ever went to a full year
That's what I'm saying. Like he could do Monday. No, I'm agreeing with you. But imagine, yeah, he could win Monday. But what if they are actually planning to do Money in the Bank? I know he could do Money, but what if WWE's actually planning for him to do it a year? Like, what if they're trying to break the Money in the Bank record for a whole year, cash in at the Money in the Bank?
Well,
I
that'd
don't
be
know if they can do that, but that'd be crazy.
it'd be something different. I mean, look how long it took them to do a cash in at WrestleMania.
No,
I
I like
mean,
that.
it took them literally a decade of them doing that. Not only just the pay per view, that match. They
Right?
it took a decade before they actually did it on a WrestleMania.
I like that.
So, so it's possible. I mean, it's been over 2 decades that they didn't go to from one date to the end of the year date. That's a very possibility.
Yeah, I could see it on Monday. I just either way, it's nice when they do the when they extend the Money in the Banks. I really hate the short Money in the Banks where they just catch it already. I like when they prolong it out for a little bit because the short cash-ins,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of those ones.
Yeah, but sometimes, I mean, I think those are good though too. But I
I think
mean,
so. I
let's
don't
say
know.
all of them do it real quick. But if they all did it, like both, well, I guess both of the winners did it on
Actually,
the
one
first
I
night. I
really
mean, it would kind of.
the one I only really liked that was a fast cash-in was that New Year's Revolution when Edge was coming out with the briefcase and the chamber was rising up to the top. Cena's just there with a bloody face. And I guess that's the only one I really liked.
Oh, I thought you're talking about like on the same day they won it, cash in.
No,
Or
but
I thought that's what you meant. Like,
one of my favorite cash-ins what Edge did. I liked it. It was so it was great.
uh,
I think I don't know. I don't think much people. I think maybe I know a woman did. I don't know if men's, but I
a,
know it hasn't happened that much though.
a few men has done that where that they did it on the same day. I don't know if I said this person. We got the Joker. I don't know if he's new or not, but welcome. But um, hey, Kratos, did you leave for a second?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Hey, I got an idea because I wasn't sure if I lost audio because both you guys were gone. So
Mm-hmm.
here's an idea. If you guys gone,
Sure.
just put yourself on mute.
I
That would
have.
say, "Hey, I'm gone away." So that'll
Yep.
signal you're gone.
Yep.
Okay. So I gave my opinion about the cash in, and
Yep.
you gave yours, and Steve just gave his. So I think that was definitely a good question from Damien, from Talvish.
Yeah.
But I was trying to get a buddy to come in earlier. To I think I had either a buddy yesterday or this morning call and say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, if you want to join us tonight, but he asked my opinion about the WrestleMania kickoff. And I told him, hey, if you want to join, you're welcome to join tonight because it's a been a while, and that person was Joe Compton. I
Oh
I
wow.
wanted to give him I wanted to give him the chance. But I do have another potential surprise guest who might come in and peek in. A guy
Um.
I think only showed up on my channel once, but uh, a potential surprise. So,
Okay.
but we got Costanza calling us the lack of deodorant
Yeah,
marks.
yeah. I know Cassandra
Oh
tells me a
man.
mark every time I tweet something. Or me and Dave were talking about AEW Fight Forever, and Costanza replies, "You bunch of marks."
Wow. Oh, Joker. Joker. I played Shadow of Mordor before. It's better than Shadow of War. That's for damn sure. It's worth it, in
Joker,
my
he's
opinion.
the better person to answer that because even though I'm the video game guy, that's something more modern that Shadow of Mordor. I never played it, so
Yeah.
Kratos would give you a better opinion on that stuff. Like,
It's better than the sequel,
oh
that's for
gosh,
sure.
what's the other one? Some if you're gonna ask me like games of like Call of Duty and stuff like that, I'm more a Nintendo guy and a
Hmm.
retro guy. I will play modern, but some of the more modern games that some of the guys who plays on the PS4 or 5 and the Xboxes, um, I don't have a lot of PS5 games, so more of the modern games, you probably want to ask people like Kratos and the Rose,
Yeah.
unless it's the Nintendo. But I feel bad because people knows me as the video game guy, but I mean, I'm not gonna know all
Okay.
of
Good to
the
know. Good to
vi-
know,
vid-
Joker.
video game lore.
Yep.
But no, but I don't mind answering questions like that. I mean, I like answering questions like that. Oh, God of War! I love God of War.
God of War
I love the
2018,
God of War
very good.
series.
Very good. A
I
lot of
very
people I heard
I
I heard that. Go ahead, Casey. Sorry.
no, go
Sorry, go
ahead,
ahead.
and I'll follow
I was
behind
just
you.
saying I heard
That's all
that
right. Go ahead.
I heard that a lot of people I heard that the original director, the original creative director David Jaffe came out and said he at first didn't like the direction of God of War was taking in 2018. He almost had it canceled if Corey Barlog was wanted with Corey Balrog's direction for Kratos. He almost had it
Well, I mean,
canned,
they pretty much.
but
Well, I mean, they pretty much canceled the series after the God of War 2 game. God of War,
well, God of War 3 was like
God, what they call it? Ragnarok.
oh, Ragnarok. There, that's the end of story. That's the end of Kratos' story in general. That's the end of the story for Kratos.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I think they're
saying.
planning to move on
That's
to Atreus.
yeah. So like,
I think they're really planning to
I
move
mean,
on
I'm
to
hoping that
Atreus.
they continue doing it.
Oh, most definitely, Joker. Most definitely.
Hey,
If
I mean, if they continue,
yep, he has the beard for it. But you also have to remember, God
yeah,
of War, the
yeah,
original
true,
God
good
of
point.
War trilogy, the original God of War trilogy was mainly geared towards angsty teenagers at the time when it first came out. It was mainly for teenagers to get their
And you
like
got
frustration put out in the video game. That's how a lot of people felt like during that time. Nowadays, those same teenagers, they're either in college, have kids. So people honestly believe like God of War 2018 was good for the series because it was Kratos as a father for the second time in his life. Because the first time he was a father, he fucked up and had his next to kill his wife and daughter. That's how the story went, at least in the original trilogy.
Gorilla Strong in the chat. Yeah, God of War 3 is good. I
Yeah, I
preferred
love the Blood and
playing it
Metal soundtrack.
the remaster version I played on the PS4. But welcome, uh, Gorilla Strong. Let's see what he said. He dressed up as Kratos for Halloween before. That's pretty badass.
That's a damn good costume to
That's
have
pretty
that.
badass. But well, I was talking to Joe Compton, and he said that I brought up the opinion of the people who was in the 1 hour kickoff show. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm hoping that they paid cheap for those tickets, because if they would paid hundreds of dollars for a 1 hour press conference, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, me too.
But what Joe Compton said those tickets were free. I was like, then that makes sense of filling it up. That they
Yeah.
filled it up pretty full, so uh, I think that's a smarter idea. I mean, yeah, they could have made money, but they wouldn't filled it completely out, you know. So they're like, show up at Las Vegas, go to their stadium, and free tickets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
But
Real
damn,
Strong
Gorilla
says he
Strong,
was.
you were 325 at the time when you dressed up as Kratos for Halloween? Jeez. Are you in
He's a
better
big
health at
guy.
least now?
Oh, he's a not big as he's a. I'm pretty sure
Overweight?
he's. No, he's not
He's just,
overweight. He's
that's what I'm saying.
built.
Like he's
He's built.
built. Okay, he's built. Okay. So
Yeah.
most of that 325 has to be around a good chunk of muscle, I would assume,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no offense, Gorilla
He says
Strong.
he's.
No offense. No offense. Anybody who's usually over 200 pounds prior to that is usually
But
out of shape.
he's about the size of Tex. See, I would love to see Tex versus Gorilla Strong, because I think that would be a good match. I
I
would
think
have
that'd
to
be a good on. I'd
eyeball
love to
them.
see that.
Like, if I could see them eye to eye,
Good.
if I could see them like in person and I eyeball them, I'd be like, okay, like I'll definitely choose this person. But as of right now, it'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I mean, the kickoff was okay. Um, I wanted to look really close at that family tree that The Rock presented at the kickoff, and there was no available picture on Google for a while. And I was making sure that if they were going to put Superfly in there, but here's the thing: Superfly is not really part of that family. He's not a Samoan.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Fiji.
Yep.
He's from Fiji.
You know, I was actually just
But
watching the Brian Zane video that had Jimmy Snuka in it, and it basically was
yeah,
like the sold out 2000 review he just did, like 2 or 3 days ago.
yeah,
Jimmy Snuka and Chris Benoit doing a splash and a headbutt on the Jeff Jarrett. Then Brian Zane randomly says, "What a beautiful moment between two murderers."
Oh God. Oh God. But
Oh my word.
if you did look close at that, if you look close at that family tree, they did add Jimmy Snuka in that family tree, even though he's not really related to them.
Mm-hmm.
You
Because,
want
like I said,
to,
he's from Fiji. And
Yep.
what's up, Steve?
you want to know who's not on that tree? Nia Jax not on there.
Who?
Nia Jax, her name's not on the tree.
Oh, really?
I couldn't find it.
Who did you say is not on the tree?
Nia
Nia
Jax.
Jax. Nia Jax. Nia Jax, Casey.
Yeah, I think I need to. Well, I can hear you guys a little bit now. So,
Yeah, he
what
was
did he
saying Nia
say?
Jax
Was not on that family tree?
Nia Jax.
God damn it!
Damn it, Casey, in your
No, she
prehistoric.
was on that tree.
Oh, she was. I couldn't. Oh, I didn't see it.
Hmm.
Oh,
I guess
oh. Damn it, Casey. You need to get better internet and not prehistoric internet.
I'll tell you what though. Ava Rain getting death threats because of like
No, that was stupid.
I agree.
Like, who does that? If you're gonna be a wrestling fan, just be a wrestling fan. Just don't be like. That's the wrestling fans I hate that are toxic like that. Like, there's no need for that.
Just be the wrestling fan that are like Shane's kids and that tell their grandfather, "Hey, pops, hey, grandpa, that was crap. Why are you doing something like this?" Yeah, I remember there was a story that came out where Vince McMahon wouldn't even listen to his own grandchildren about how the shows are creatively booked.
Wow. Well, he's
Even
not.
though they would text him saying that was crap.
Well, I guess they're enjoying the product now. I guess.
Yeah, I bet. But we can also guarantee one thing: Brock Lesnar's daughter is not coming to WWE anytime fucking soon.
No. Oh, speaking of Brock Lesnar, they removed him from the intro.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did they?
He's
Are
not.
there
Did they do that?
LA Knight
They
replaced
removed
him.
him.
Yeah, for the
They
net band.
removed him?
Yeah, LA Knight took his place for that image for the intro when they start the show.
Are you? Are you talking from the signature or from like the Monday Night Raw?
No, like the beginning,
or
the
the,
signature
the
video package?
signature movie. You know, like they always do before the show starts. Yeah, LA Knight replaced him in that graphic thing.
Yep. The one thing that's gonna you know what else he was removed from?
Oh yeah,
The 4 years of WrestleMania cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2K24 replaced with Cena.
I don't think we have a replacement for him yet. There was. We don't know. There was no.
No, he was replaced on the cover for the 40 Years of Mania cover.
Oh, who replaced him?
Cena.
Oh, of course. Well, that's why I couldn't see who it was on the cover.
Dark Helmet said he saw
I had a
Vince's
feeling-
grandson who was playing football for North Carolina. Is that like 'cause I know Shane's son Declan is playing for the Indiana Hoosiers on football, which I think this is his other son, more than like one of his other three boys.
Yeah, it was Shane's son because he sent me the picture
Shane has
earlier.
boys.
Well, it's funny that he brought up this background that is going to cause him a seizure because at first I think it was lightning, but it was kind of flashing. So I also made a second one
with fire.
flames. So yeah, with fire. So
I can see why the lightning one could cause a seizure for some people.
Yeah,
Flashing lights. And
so
shit.
yeah, so Plus, I wanted something like sometimes I'll have flames, and so I was like, "Fuck it,
Mm-hmm.
I want to try something different." But it didn't look good when we had 3 people. I think with 2, you could see a little bit better with the lightning, but as
Yeah.
uh, not with 3 people, even though you think you
Yeah.
should, because oh god damn, he scared the piss out of me. Hold on.
What did dude do?
Casey, what'd you do?
I think his dog just like barked for some reason. I think Duke is just barked out of nowhere. Does he want to be held? I think so.
It's because I guess I'm having new people moving in, and
Oh wow.
I didn't hear it because I'm wearing my headset,
Mm-hmm.
and he heard people walking by, and they've been making a lot of noise. Like I think that there's children up there too, because you can
Oh,
hear. But
jeez.
what are you gonna do? But um, give you guys a heads up. I'm still dealing with bronchitis, so I'm gonna have a cough. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to mute myself, but um, I just want to give you guys that heads up. But
You're fine.
like since Wednesday, I've been dealing with bronchitis pretty freaking badly.
Mm.
The I've been feeling pretty freaking warm in my body, and I was having aches, and I was having headaches, and they thought it
Mm-hmm.
could have been the COVID, but I was tested twice and was negative. But the
Did you
headache,
go ahead? Go ahead. Finish up. I gotta
I was
find the
gonna say
post.
the headaches and the body aches kind of went away, and thank God I was having a pounding headache. Like I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
fucking drive my head into the wall. That's how bad it was. But I'm a lot better than the last few days. So
Mm-hmm.
if I can go out and go game shopping, I'm in a better uh, health, because believe me, from Wednesday to Friday, I did not want to do a fucking thing. I barely wanted to go to, like, I worked from beginning of work to lunch, and when I was getting
Mm-hmm.
out of my car, and I was starting to feel like going down, then I went
Yeah.
to urgent care, and I was feeling horrible. And
Mm-hmm.
then waited. Oh, it was a horrible, that day sucked asshole. But it was just a bad day. And then Thursday and Friday, I was feeling warm. And I think even Wednesday night, I was feeling warm. I put this fan on so I can actually sleep. But I'm I'm a lot better, even though I'm a little. It's this good thing about this apartment. I mean, if I kick the AC off or the heater off, it would stay pretty much in the general area and maybe gain some warmth. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I'm mostly doing good right now.
Okay.
But um, so yeah, we might have the Rose on in a little bit, so we can get his opinion about the whole kickoff thing. But I don't really have much more opinion about. Really, there's not a lot of talk about the kickoff, even though uh, I thought that family tree was interesting. I was seeing how far they would actually show it. They even showed Jacob Fought 2 was on there. So they will recognize him.
Interesting.
And
Oh yeah,
I thought it was weird that one, they recognized Nia Jax being part of the family, and they recognized fucking Snuka and Tamina,
Hmm.
even though they're not even no way related.
Yeah.
yeah, that was weird.
I'll tell you what though, I was sent this story like a couple hours ago about like, did y'all hear about what happened with Maurice today?
Oh, I was reading
No,
about that.
no, that's
She made an
complete.
Instagram post. She made an Instagram post
Yeah,
about, I'm gonna read it in verbatim right now. Not all
Go
superheroes
ahead.
wear capes. There's a superhero I want to take the time to highlight. I will leave this person's name unnamed personally because I don't want people to harass this woman. It's an OBGYN from LA that saved Maurice's life.
Oh wow.
But here's the thing. Here's the background for the whole thing. She was having a severe abdominal distension and swelling to the point where she looked like she was 6 months pregnant. Lots of GI issues,
Oh damn.
including SIBO, multiple rounds of antibiotics, extreme fatigue, wasn't feeling like herself for the past year. And her symptoms would flare up and progressively got worse. She went through countless doctors in different fields, no diagnosis. And then she had an incredibly long list of testing, including colonoscopy, endoscopy, pill cam, endoscopy,
Oh
MRIs,
yeah.
ultrasounds, CT scans, blood tests, and nothing. And every time the doctor said it was probably just hormonal or something her body was allergic to. She even had her whole house tested for mold. In the end, she found
Oh damn.
this doctor, and the doctor actually listened to her story. And according to this, she said she truly listened. And it came back. She had a laparoscopy surgery. They thought it was potentially endometriosis disease. 3 days later, because the doctor found and removed 11 implants around her uterus, ovaries, and all connective tissues around the organs in her abdominal cavity. 3 days
God
later,
damn.
the labs
Whoa,
came
what the
back.
fuck?
No endometriosis. So that
Sorry. I'm
you're fine, you're
sorry.
fine.
It sounded like someone dropped something almost so bad. Like
Yeah.
it's it almost sounded like it was almost going to go through the fucking ceiling.
Oh wow.
God
But
damn it.
anyways, all 11 implants that they had removed that she had removed that this doctor removed out of her abdominal cavity came back as serous borderline tumors, which is a very rare precancer of the ovaries. Sneaky and aggressive, and it became cancer. Survival rate is less than a year. So within 4 weeks, she had her ovaries, her uterus, fallopian tubes, cervix, and omentum removed, and we'll get abdominal lymph nodes removed for staging. All this in the span of a few
Good
weeks time.
God.
She had a complete
Yeah.
hysterectomy surgery essentially, and now she can she at least had two
Well, I
kids, so
mean,
she's
they
glad
have a
about
couple
that.
kids.
Yeah, they had like two. That
Yeah.
was all. And she said like she thanks The doctor, and she thanks her father as well, who passed away, I guess.
Well, I hate to say this. This might sound sexist, but I feel that sometimes that the women their bodies go through more health issues than men because I mean, shoot, the issues I seen my mom went through, but it could also, I mean, my mom was a bigger woman, but she wasn't like hugely overweight. Um, and then I seen my wife go through health issues, but a lot of it came from other problems. So I never hear a lot of dudes having all type of problems like this. I just feel like times that women go through a lot of health issues than men does. I mean, not trying to sound if I'm sounding sexist, it's just an opinion. But it just sucks when women go through stuff like that. I mean, I know what my wife went through. She had a thing called pseudotumor cerebri. And what a pseudotumor is they call it a fake tumor, and it's cerebri is in the brain. So what it is, it's creating so much brain fluid that it's not dispersing fast enough that they had to put a shunt in her head just to relieve some of that fluid. And they were doing spinal taps to drain her fluid. And one of those really caused a problem into her spine, causing a lot of her health issues going down because of that. So, so I can understand that at least she was able to find this stuff and pretty much almost like seems like getting fixed. I mean, I'm happy that she's able to get herself taken care of than just ignoring it. So,
You know that I just looked up that medical condition. It's a very rare. It's a very rare like medical condition. Less than 200,000 cases in the U.S. per year.
for which one?
The one you just mentioned, your wife had pseudotumor
Oh,
cerebri.
yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
because
it's very rare. It's very rare.
yeah, it was she was having it where she was having these monster headaches that if they
Yeah.
didn't diagnose or get rid of the brain fluid, she could have gone blind. Luckily,
Oh,
they were able to figure out, and I wish they were able to give her the shunt before they were doing a bunch of spinal taps.
yeah.
But I mean, it was just not in the cards.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only live and move on. So I'm
Hmm.
glad that they were able to find out what it was because a lot of times, like, I went to the doctor Wednesday for my bronchitis,
Yeah.
and I always they're like, "Hey, you want to do an X-ray?" I'm like, "Oh fuck, they're just gonna run up the bill, right?" So I'm
Hmm.
like, I asked him, "Is there any real reason I need to do an X-ray?" Because I can understand if they want to swab my nose and maybe put like a tongue down my throat so they can get samples, see if I was having whatever. But to
Yeah.
convince me, I was like, okay, you know what? Fine, let's go for it. I mean, luckily nothing showed up of anything except just being bronchitis.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like when someone wants to say, um, let's say if I'm having body aches, and they're like, let's say if I'm having my back is hurting, but I know it's
Hmm.
aches instead of like crazy in pain, I'll be like,
Hmm.
it's it's body pain, and they're like, "Hey, you want to do an X-ray?" It's like, well, one, you're not gonna see muscle on an X-ray. You would have to do an MRI, and that's just outrageous to do an MRI for something that small. So, and I'm like, I'm not a doctor, but I've seen X-rays, and like, you do not see muscle in X-rays.
Yeah.
But you know, but I mean, I have medical issues like too. Like, gosh, I had some stomach issues with my gastritis, and my
Yeah.
dad died through having colon cancer. So they had to put a scope down my throat and up my butt at the same time. I mean, I'm not sure at the same time. Probably one at a time, or they could have done it at the same time, but they went up one way and down the other way.
Hmm.
And yeah, you were describing about that camera pill. My mom has done that, and she done something that was so rare. Um, I think she could have sued him because she never pooped it out. It was still in her system.
Hmm.
Somehow it got stuck in there, so they had to go in there, do surgery to get that camera pill out.
Wow.
Yeah. Like my mom had a lot of health issues. So
Okay.
I guess I need to take my health a little more serious now. I'm getting older in age.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
it's a little harder. I mean, a lot of my siblings are not around. We keep in touch, but I have a lot of my family still here, even though in Oklahoma, but not in my general area. But I do get to see them often. But
Yeah.
it sucks when neither parent is still there.
Definitely.
But the catch is that I finally got the payday from selling the house. So
Nice.
yeah. So I just need to be more good boy, and I did splurge on a few things, but I
Okay.
didn't. I, but I do need to get a computer and get my a good, better computer. Like this one is fine for right now, but I would like to get a better one so I can stream video games and
Hmm.
obviously get better internet too.
Yeah.
So,
It would help.
but um, beside all that, um, let's talk about more of the kickoff, and then we can talk about some the Vince McMahon situation, and then talk about WrestleMania predictions. So,
Okay.
what did you think about the kickoff show, Kratos?
Well, I thought it was decent and not as messy as I was originally thinking initially.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I find it weird that it looks like The Rock is on Roman's side, even though they want to
Hmm.
fight each other.
Yeah.
He'll turn. Just wait. It'll happen. It probably cost him or something.
Oh yeah, I agree. Oh, I agree. What do you think?
Yeah.
What about your opinion, Steve?
I liked the kickoff. Like it was good. Did not see Rock slapping Cody and that was kind of interesting. Even though they were talking about his family, so I don't know why The Rock got all mad.
You also have to remember
Yeah.
one thing. The Rock once got upset with someone who who made a joke about his father. This was in his own autobiography. This was in his own autobiography. He nearly choked out a woman for making a joke about his father.
Wow. And this is in The Rock's autobiography.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting because, I mean, think about all the crazy stuff that's going down with Vince McMahon right now. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to say people deserve a second chance. Let's say if they don't, the person doesn't want to prosecute, and it's been years and years and years, and they hadn't, let's say they don't do the same mistake. That's one thing. And they learn from the mistakes. I can learn to give them a second chance. But I mean, what Vince did, it was completely something different.
Well,
But
lots of stuff against him. Not just that, he had other allegations. He's done. He has no more chances left.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to anymore. But I was listening to that one lawyer that defended CM Punk and Ace Steel during the whole situation, and they're talking about, and the podcast host was bringing up the opinion is like how Brock Lesnar has been erased from everything, and that's not completely true. He might have been taken off the signature. They're not talking about him right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're trying to distance themselves, get them a little time, and then see if they can bring him back later on. Because the only, honestly, let's go ahead and move on. There's really not much about that kickoff show than what we already said. So let's go ahead and move on to the events. But the whole lawsuit, I mean, we're going to have to figure out what Lesnar did in discovery in that lawsuit, because as of right now, the only thing Lesnar really did bad is that he was kind of unfaithful with Sable for trying to hook up with this woman, even though she didn't say he hooked up with her. But also, he just wanted some piss porn. I'm like,
Yeah, which is
is it illegal?
disturbing in its own right.
Yeah, but I mean, people ask for stupid shit all the time on text, and they're like, "No, I'm not gonna send you that." Okay, all right, well, move on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she sent it to him. We got a new person in the chat. What the hell are you doing? He looked like he was about to hump my leg. We got Jinping. He's saying
I've seen this guy before. What's up, man?
happy healthy new year.
Happy
Chinese.
Chinese.
Chinese lunar.
Yeah. How you been, man? I remember you from like a couple of the streams I've been doing.
The year
Oh,
of the
really?
Yeah.
And then we got TTSSYF. He was on there earlier when I was doing my live video game hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. It's oh, we got tour capture too.
Okay.
Can I send some piss porn to you guys in the chat?
Fuck no.
Unless it's, I'm not into even with women, I'm not into that. I'm sorry. I don't know why people are into that. I mean, I can at least understand with
You
women.
send it to Vince. There you go. You send it to Vince McMahon. There you go to a capture.
No, send it to Lesnar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I,
But
I could send it to Lesnar, but he's like he's like almost fuck. That'd be a long drive to get to him because he's all the way. I don't want to drive all the way to his ranch.
well, you just send it to a DM.
I guess so. What if I wanted to drive to him and confront him? No, I'm just kidding.
No, God. I guarantee you, even though he does live in Canada, he dude keeps fucking straddling my foot. like he's ready to hump my foot. But I think he's a little stressed out because the people upstairs is moving all up and down. But um oh gosh. So as of right now, only in that lawsuit is Lesnar just asked for piss porn and try to set up for a sex date. But the sex date didn't happen, and he just had a nasty text. So as right there, I don't think he deserves to be Benoit. Maybe kind of hey, let's wait until maybe SummerSlam. We bring you back. I don't think he deserves the Benoit treatment right now. Does Vince? Yes, Vince deserves the Benoit treatment right now. I mean, I do think Vince deserves to get some credit still, but they
Mhm.
WWE, TKO, and Endeavor needs to distance themselves from Vince right now.
Yep.
So,
I know where Brock Lesnar lives. I searched it up on Google.
oh, you located him. So
Well, not where he is, but whereabouts. Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, you want to dox him?"
No. I didn't get the exact address. I just got like the vicinity.
But oh gosh,
Oh, he's 3 out. Wow, that's not even that far. He's like, if I would go by car to where proximity, he's like 3 hours away.
that's not too far.
Yeah.
But they're saying that if you go on the website, they scrubbed Brock Lesnar off the web page, and like, no, that's not true. If you look at the superstars lineup, he's still there. He's under free agent. He's still under free agent. I think right now they're just want to distance themselves away from Lesnar right now. I don't think they're like, hey, you're in trouble. I think
No, they'll bring him back. It's just funny how one thing that's funny is how I know Vince will never come back, but they still have the other like have Vince Senior like they have the other McMahon still on there.
well, right now, I mean, none of them are around. I mean, the only person who's related to the McMahons now is just by marriage is Triple H. And
Yeah.
by the way, this whole Paul Triple H Levesque thing that needs to fucking go. Either call him Paul Levesque or
Yeah, I
Triple H.
agree. It's like I have to have it like Paul quotations Triple H. Like it's like okay, just call him one or the other. You don't need quotations in between his name.
Yeah, we know exactly who he is, so we call. It's like the calling the Rock, where calling him Dwayne the Rock Johnson because yeah, well at the time he was doing movies,
Mhm.
so I mean, and though they allowed them to use his name every once in a while like that, but you Triple H, I prefer him just still be called Triple H, but it's
Uh,
got to be one or the other, not this bullshit mixed bullshit.
right?
Mhm.
But I know. I'm sure those executive that was not named in that lawsuit, they're probably praying to God this thing gets settled
Hmm.
before they go into this discovery, because then that's when they'll start have to find out who are those other names. I mean, I don't want to give allegedly the people, some of the executives that could be,
Mhm.
because they said executive one, two, three, and four, and one of them is John Laurinaitis, obviously, but
Mhm.
and then um, if I was Lesnar, I mean, I'd be kind of almost sue. I mean, I don't know if Lesnar could turn around and get this back at Vince for him being
Mhm.
implicated in this, but probably not. But, eh. But it's going to be interesting to find out how far this shit shows continues.
Yeah.
Sound like
Casey, what'd
someone.
you do, Casey?
What?
What'd you do?
No, that's not on my end. That must be Kratos.
Oh, I thought it was on your end.
What? The
The
cops,
cops.
the sirens. Yeah, that was my end. Sorry.
They're coming for you. The game is Triple H. Paul is. Yeah. All right. What are you guys' opinion about this? The game is Triple H and Paul is the COO. Or isn't it the CCO? Or
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
CTO.
call him Triple H or his real name, and then keep his. Since he's not wrestling anymore, just call him Paul Levesque.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. I'm okay with that. Just don't call him the mix with calling him Paul, Triple H, Levesque. If he's
Yeah.
retired, I'm okay just retiring the Triple H name.
Mhm.
But uh Tour Capture saying, what is Bret Hart talking about? I'm gonna assume he's the
Are
state.
you talking about the Ashley Massaro thing, or the fact that he used to have respect for Vince McMahon, and now that the allegations came out, he has no respect for
Well, let's go with Ashley Mazzaro because I don't really know about that, and then we can comment on the other one because I didn't hear his comment about Ashley Mazzaro.
Well, Ashley Massaro, first things first, she may have won the Diva Search contest, but she never got trained to be a wrestler. They just threw her out there on TV without any training. So that was mistake number one and red flag number one for me.
Duh. I mean, at that
And then
time
tribute
frame,
to the troops happens. Tribute to
yeah.
the troops happens. And now it's coming out from Laryngitis' lawyer that WWE knew
Nah.
about the allegations she made and refused to do anything about it. That's red flag
See,
number two.
see, the thing is, I can kind of see why though they kind of like, let's say a fan, let's say if a fan did it domestically, I can guarantee you WWE would have done something.
She
But
was
they were
dating Paul London at the time. One would
no.
think that if she, one would think they would listen to her just because who she was, even though he was a mid Carter tag champion, tag team member at the time, they would think to
mm,
listen to their fucking talent,
I don't think it's
even
because
if
of
it was
her.
in house. I heard it was in house. Like I heard there was not just it wasn't troops that did
Well,
this. It was actual like other wrestlers on the roster that did this.
No, well, I was hearing it was in Kuwait. It was an army, well, let's say a military doctor, because I think it was an army doctor, but
Mhm.
she was drugged and raped in Kuwait.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who
So,
allowed
and
something like that to happen on a military base, wrestling company or not? Who is this guy?
well, we got the Rose on the call.
Oh, okay.
Sure as hell ain't gonna be anyone else.
I saw a different. I see the different. I see the Yoshi picture. I thought something else. I think it was someone else. That's all.
Yeah,
But-
StreamYard's been giving me a hard time connecting with my YouTube account for some reason, so I don't fucking know what
okay.
fucking bullshit is with that thing.
Okay, fair enough.
But-
What do you think about the whole Ashley Massaro situation, Rose?
I think I'm
Yeah.
getting sick and tired of hearing about this Vince McMahon bullshit already, to be honest with you. This has been going on for what? Going on 3 weeks now?
Just about almost a month.
Yeah. Well, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Unfortunately.
Apparently. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't want to see more stuff come out. It's getting worse and worse. I'm hoping for closures for the victim, honestly.
There's already enough stuff to put. If all this is true, if it ends up true or false, if it all ends up being true, Vince is gonna spend the rest of his natural life behind bars.
All he has to be is convicted for one of these allegations, and he's fucked.
Exactly. Especially since the FBI is involved.
Well,
JD, I watched
it's
JD's
funny.
video earlier today. I don't know if you've seen it, Kratos, but he said
I was in the process of watching it as well. Yeah.
he said that Vince won't live long enough to fucking rot in prison the way he deserves to.
Agreed. He should have been in prison back in I used to think he should have been in prison after Sable sued him for sexual harassment the second time.
Well,
Because you have to remember, she sued him for sexual harassment twice, and settled out of court.
I thought you can't get somebody on double jeopardy though.
No, she sued him on 2 different occasions of sexual harassment.
Right, but I thought you can't go after somebody twice for the same thing.
But they both settled out of court. Both cases were settled without a court date.
You're thinking of double jeopardy for criminal. You can't.
Yeah,
that's for criminal.
That's probably what you're thinking of. Speaking of criminal charges, anyone else hear about Cash Wheeler earlier this week?
No.
Oh no.
He's having criminal charges brought against him for the whole road rage incident last year.
For what incident? I know he had something.
The road rage incident. The road rage incident where he was allegedly waving a gun at someone.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I remember he had
this
something
was before
going on,
All
but
In.
I forgot what it was.
This was before All In happened.
Yeah, I might have heard something about that earlier this week. Yeah.
Yeah, he's now has criminal charges brought against him.
Nice.
Well, I guess
That's pretty good.
I guess FTR would be the next one's fucking leaving AEW.
No, I don't. Here's the thing: all the information that came out, I don't think Cash Wheeler will see a day behind bars. I don't think this case makes it to a jury selection. All the information that came out, from what I've seen, because of the fact that the victim claimed it happened at the dead of night. A Jeep driving recklessly. He took pictures, but I'm like, he can't. The victim can't find doesn't know the color of the car in the dead of night. First off, that's a red flag right there. You should have your headlights on, even if you're driving in the dead of night. And even if you were taking pictures while driving, you can also get the color of the car from the pictures if you're claiming they're driving recklessly. At least a partial plate, something. And you claim he was waving a gun at you in the dead of night. How do you know it was the gun in his hand? If you were in your pictures, how do you know it was even him?
Could have been a flashlight.
Exactly. He just screamed gun, and everyone's and everyone's blaming Cash Wheeler immediately.
Yeah, some people are retarded.
Exactly.
Oh, I gotta be careful with
That's
that
why
word. YouTube don't like that word. I'm sorry, Casey.
it's all right,
Well,
Rose. But either way,
I
that's the whole scenario. He got picked out of
I
a picture lineup of all things, not
I
a
think
physical lineup, a picture lineup.
I think we're okay, Rose, because we're not monetized yet, so we can probably we're immune to it. But it's
Yeah,
when
I
you
don't think
go
that
get
matters,
monetized.
Casey, because I think everything gets monitored at some point on YouTube.
yeah, true.
Mm, true,
But
good
either
point.
way,
I mean,
the whole situation with Cash Wheeler is the complete opposite of Vince McMahon. And I mean complete opposite in the means of one's gonna do time, the other one shouldn't have to do time.
Right.
well, I was listening to that lawyer. Was it Stephen P. Noon
Mm-hmm.
guy? He's talking about the whole Vince thing.
Yeah.
An update to it. And one of the last things they brought up is like, is there any billionaire uh in prison? Like, and
Nope.
he wasn't. They couldn't even think of any. So, I mean, I'm sure Vince McMahon would be the first billionaire to be locked up.
Is he gonna be?
And
So is his money gonna save him and save him from jail?
I doubt even
um,
money will save this son of a gun.
I don't know. I think as criminal, I don't think Vince is going to see it because one, the guy's 78 years old. So, like, yeah, he might be in better health than most 78-year-olds. And by the way, people need to get that age right because I've been hearing 72 or because I remember the tweet. It said, I'm at age 77 and time to retire. And that was like 2 years ago. And now, like, people are just like, he's 75, he's 74, 72. Like, did he
People are
age back?
idiots.
It's like,
People are idiots.
did he age backwards?
No.
Or, like, did he find the fountain of youth that that he's able to sip on it and age backwards slowly?
Hmm.
I mean, but like you could Google search Wikipedia his age quick and have it like if I'm gonna do like if I was a big names like some of these other people does it, I hate it when they're inaccurate about that. Like I can understand you can say him in his mid 70s to late 70s. I'm okay with that. Because that falls right there. 78's kind of right there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't get the right day, year, you hear this? Sounds like someone's fucking drilling up there. It's
Get a
almost
second
9 o'clock.
I don't hear
I,
anything.
it happened for a second. It's
It's
like it's
not coming
almost
through your
9.
mic, so that's a good thing. If we can't
Yeah,
hear it, don't mention it.
yeah, true. Well, it just sounded like a drill, but
Like I said, if we can't hear it, don't mention it.
yeah, good point. But I don't see Vince seeing time. He's definitely blackballed. He's done.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely been wobbed. But I do think maybe in 10 years from now, or maybe after his death, you probably will see him in the Hall of Fame.
No.
That
No, I don't want him in the Hall of Fame.
there's way worse. Well, there's a rapist in the Hall of Fame right now. Mike Tyson, convicted convicted rapist. You have
Almost forgot about
someone.
that.
You got someone who they kind of still
I didn't hear
recognize
about that.
that.
When did that happen?
That dude, this is back in the early or mid '90s when he was convicted of rape.
Was that why Nintendo dropped him?
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe I did hear about it then.
This is just, and when he got out, that's when he fought Holyfield when Holyfield was the champion.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, I was a boxing fan. So, and I was following boxing a little bit, not a lot, because a lot of the boxing were pay-per-views, and the only free boxing we would get to watch was on HBO on Friday nights. So,
Retweet
but
the stream, Casey.
I appreciate that.
No, I said retweet it. But yes, I did share your stream at the same time, yes.
Oh, okay.
I tagged you in mine because we're simulcasting tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a joke, but I don't want to cause any bullshit about that.
I mean, I don't know what the joke is. My lady friend's not around, if that's what you're insinuating.
No, I told you I didn't want to ever do that. No, I don't want to cause any problems. But by the way, I completely made that thumbnail from scratch. So I didn't Google search that. I mean, I Google search Roman, Cody, the WrestleMania picture, but I built that whole thing. The only thing that I used was the background is one of my Friday is Raw backgrounds.
Okay.
Hey, you're learning.
Yeah, I'm learning. I mean, I have to do what I can do with, but oh, we got Randy Viper in the chat. Says Cody still hadn't explained why he says, yeah, this is a good point. I'm coming for you, but not at WrestleMania, making him look like a crybaby hypocrite. And screw gay EW
Hi,
talent.
Randy. How you doing?
And he says he's back in New Zealand right now. So welcome home. Yeah, that is weird. I don't know why they did that, unless I don't know. I still think the whole thing is a work. I think they knew what they were doing was going to piss the people off, because you don't go for a full year where Cody lose at WrestleMania, then another full year Cody is having momentum still, and then you're gonna let him win the Royal Rumble for the second time in a row, and then he's gonna get cucked out of the fucking main event.
Well, that's because the Rock wanted the fucking match, and he was going to get what he wanted, and Triple H basically told him to go fuck himself.
I mean, honestly, does The Rock really have? Does The Rock really have that power? Yeah, he's on the board of directors.
He's Triple H's boss, from what I understand.
No, he's a board of directors. He's not even a chairman.
No,
I don't know who's the chairman, but the big boss is obviously the guy who owns TKO and Endeavor.
Right. What I'm saying is, The Rock is on the board of directors. He's still Triple H's boss.
I mean, he probably has the answer to him, but I'm sure he doesn't. That a lot of this is still Triple H's creative. So, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, they're slowly becoming WCW. You remember how Vince McMahon used to be where the buck stops at? But in WCW, there was someone that always go up to the next boss before they're like, so they can keep going over someone. Even with Bischoff, even if Bischoff he wasn't the final buck. They could go over him if they wanted to. While Vince, he was the man. That was the person who says, "We're going to do this, we're going to do that." I guess you can kind of point this at the guy who owns it. Forget what his name is, but the guy who owns Endeavor.
Ariel Hawani or Ari
Yeah,
Emanuel.
Errol. Yeah, yeah. He's the. I guess that's the person where the buck stops at. But honestly, one of the first of defense has got to be Triple H, and then you got the board of directors.
I'll be right back. I had to use the bathroom.
All right.
Well, on SmackDown yesterday, Triple H came out and said that The Rock knows his role, and basically Triple H saying that he's still running things around here. Basically, what he said.
I still think Triple H. Yeah, I think Triple H. Oh no.
Well, I'm glad The Rock didn't get his match because that would just been abusive power right there.
Yeah. We talked about this, so let's get the Rose's opinion about this whole Cody, Roman, and The Rock situation. What's your opinion about this whole thing, Rose? If you're still back behind there.
Well, I'm glad Cody got his match personally.
Well, I think 99% of us is happy about that. But we were trying to make a little bit of predictions. What is the direction for WrestleMania for those three?
I think if anything, The Rock gets involved, he's going to screw over Cody.
I don't think so. I think it'll go the opposite way around.
You think The Rock's going to turn on Roman?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we cannot have one more year of this crap.
I mean, we can't, but The Rock is heel right now. I could see him being the reason Cody doesn't win again because he took the match The Rock wanted.
I don't see that happening. I hope not. If that's the case, I'm done with WWE if that happens again.
Because I'm happy with Roman being a monster heel, but he needs to be a monster heel without a belt right now because he's had the belt ongoing 4 years now. He's heading towards Hogan's record, not his title record.
Though Hogan's record, I don't even know why he wants to beat Hogan's record. It's not even the best record to beat.
Well, if he beat Hogan, he'll be number 3 because you have Bob Backlund, who still has more time than Hogan did, and also you got Bruno Sammartino, who held the belt for 8 years.
I hope he doesn't. He really doesn't need to pass Hogan because I'm with you. I don't want to go another year. Like I'm agreeing with you. The Rock can betray Roman, and then that could build up the feud.
That's a good idea. But Rose, do you see The Rock having a match at WrestleMania?
Not this year, not anymore, no.
You don't think so? You think he's been kicked off the show now?
I don't think he's going to have a match unless they weasel him into the match with Cody and they make it a triple threat, which I don't want to see that either.
God, people are thinking that's going to happen. I think that's a possibility.
Then I am not watching WrestleMania.
I think the possibility is this is how I feel is that I think Rock and Roman should happen on night 1. I feel that should be on main event night 1, and then the winner of that takes on Cody on night 2, but I think Roman should beat The Rock. And then Roman fights Cody on 2. I hear music.
You hear music?
Yeah.
That's
Now it's
weird.
gone.
I don't have anything playing.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't have anything playing, so I don't know where it was coming from.
I think it could have been from someone else.
I have no music right now.
I don't know. I heard a little bit of music, but it's gone now.
Good.
But oh gosh. But you know what? I think I've kind of seen that. I think it was you, Steve, that saying that The Rock. I think The Rock will turn on Roman. So that could made it where a 1-year promotion for the next WrestleMania. So I think that's a possibility. So we don't know we don't know if Rock is in ring shape right now. Just because he's all buff and everything, that doesn't mean he's in ring shape. You gotta make sure you're.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. Let's see him, but do we really need to see him back? I would like it, but we don't need to see him wrestle though.
No, I agree, but I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Rock and Roman at least once, but not this year.
No, we're not going to get this year. I think, like I said, The Rock's going to betray Rock, which will build up to a feud with them. That's what I think.
So,
It's like the family, right? So the betrayal, that will be really heated, and it's a good build up for next year.
let me go back to some of these comments that what Randy Viper was saying. He believes Cody only won the Rumble because Punk was injured. Well, Punk was injured during the Rumble. I mean, it's possible that they change a plan. It's possible that say, "Hey, I'm hurt. I feel like I'm hurt badly, so let's go Plan B." But I don't know. And then he says that he thinks he's going to get the Hogan record.
Oh God, I really hope. I don't. Like I said, if Roman Reigns is going to be champion in September, I don't know how much more I can watch that product. And at that point, Randy, I will stick with KEW if that's the point if they're headed.
Oh, we got to get Steve's opinion about this. This comment right here. Do you see this comment I posted right here?
Racist. I said he could beat it. I just don't. It's not the very important record. It has nothing to do with racism. Does it? Cool. If Roman ends up beating Hogan's record, then great. It's just I don't want to. That's just gonna be too much of Roman that I got to deal with, and I don't want to do it through September.
He says Cody should have consequences for giving his main event the spot to The Rock on.
He really didn't give it to him though. The Rock basically forced it from him.
Yeah, The Rock used to no one else give it.
He pretty much cut him out of that spot, and then he decided to take it back.
Well, The Rock was basically even before Cody said what he said on Thursday. The Rock was basically forcing his way in with his power. So Cody didn't do anything to The Rock. If we're gonna talk about Cody crybabies, how about hashtag Rock is a baby? How about that?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I mean, I still like The Rock, but oh gosh,
that'd be at Indianapolis.
You know, that'd be interesting.
He's actually from Minnesota, so I could see that. That's where he like where he was actually born. So that could be a possibility.
Um, gosh, I was trying to remember. Oh, so one of the things I want to talk about is the stupid elimination chamber where two of the bigger names got eliminated for the chamber. I think they might. Oh, one was AJ Styles, and the other one,
It's this
yeah,
good. I'm not mad about that. Really, KC, they had matches. Well, I kind of figured. Actually, it makes sense so that Drew won because I think Drew's gonna take it to face Seth at Mania, so that didn't bother me at all. Really, I kind of
and,
understood why he won.
and the other one was Sami Zayn,
Yeah,
and I
um,
want
I wanted Sami Zayn, but then again, Randy Orton was out more than Sami Zayn was. Like Sami Zayn was injured, but Randy Orton has been out a longer time, so I could see that. Maybe Sami Zayn, maybe he gets a spot. I don't know, but maybe they could have something for him still. I don't know. I can see why Randy Orton won too because
nah.
he's being out for so
Randy,
long.
see, the thing is, Randy's already a made man. He does not need the
I could
the
put Sami Zayn on SmackDown before Mania. Put him in the Battle Royal.
no.
That'd
I
be a waste.
yeah, I would put Sammy, have him have a win over Randy, so that would get him red hot for the
I could
elimination.
I could see that. But I
I'm try-
understand why WWE did what they did, I guess, in their perspective, I guess.
I'm trying to find the whole
Wait,
elimination
I got a
chamber.
question for you. For both, who do you think? Do you think it's going to be Logan or The Miz? Who do you think advances from that qualifying match?
Which one?
Logan Paul versus The Miz next week.
To me, it's got to be Logan Paul.
I want it to be The Miz. No, I want it to be The Miz. Logan Paul does not deserve a spot in that chamber. Neither does Orton, but I hope The Miz, because or if Logan Paul ends up getting qualified, I hope he loses right away. I hope he walks in and leaves.
Well, the two people that pisses me off the most is that they have Ivar into this.
Yeah, that
Line.
one. I don't see. I don't see.
And then also Dirty Dom. I'm like, how's those two in
Tom
this?
is not gonna win. KO's gonna KO him. It's gonna be great. It's just
So
gonna.
we know. So we know who's going to fight who. Then, like, do you know who's the lineups for these other ones? I mean,
I know Kevin Owens is facing Dom. Oh, Bobby Lashley's gonna take on Bronson Reed. I think this Monday.
that's a toss up. That could go either way.
That's going to be a good match, though. Those are big guys, so that's going to be very interesting to see them. And then we have Logan and Miz on SmackDown. I think KO and Miz on SmackDown.
I think, yeah, Logan Paul will win. KO is pretty sure that's a lock.
And then I forget when the women's are happening, but I know Stratton, she's
And
gonna
who's Ivar taking up?
Ivar. I don't really know. I think let's see here. Trying to think of all the names they got.
I really don't.
LA Knight, and I think Ivar might win because LA Knight on
No.
SmackDown. I think maybe because of LA Knight kind of screwed AJ in that match with Orton.
I think LA Knight will go into the elimination
Okay,
chamber.
even
But
if LA Knight wins, I'm just gonna say this now. Drew McIntyre is the man to win the chamber because it's going to be McIntyre versus Seth Rollins at Mania.
the problem is they already had that match several times
Not
already.
really,
So
but I think that's the match that's going to happen. Yeah, but it hasn't happened that much for like the title. But I could see them doing that though.
I mean, right now, yes, that's one of the front runners because that or Randy Orton, but Randy Orton doesn't need the run. He's a
If
made man.
if it's not gonna be Drew or Seth, then I know he won't win it, but why not LA 9? I don't know if I won't win, but why not LA 9? I don't know.
Well, I'm hearing LA Knight is going to be taking on Logan Paul for the United States title
I hope so. I don't
at,
care at
at
Mania.
WrestleMania. Yeah, at
Good.
Mania.
I don't care who faces Logan Paul as long as he loses at Mania and they take that belt off that stupid dumbbell. Like as long as I don't care who faces him, as long as Logan Paul's not champion at the end of Mania.
Oh, imagine the heat he would get if he beat LA Knight at Mania.
Oh
Oh
god,
my
I really hope not. I understand he won, but I couldn't. He doesn't need to win at Mania. I understand these other things, but I think that'd be a bad decision if they make him retain the belt at Mania.
Well, think about it. You know how people booed the shit out of Dirty Dom?
Yeah.
They would do that
That would be
tremendously.
a bad decision, just like everybody's made a bad decision this past week.
I'm thinking all these big names, like we know, we're pretty sure Cody's gonna go over
Yeah.
at WrestleMania, but not every one of our picks for the faces is gonna win. So
But I know Cody's gonna win because they're not gonna do the 2 years in a row to us because WWE don't want them on down. If they do that, then they're gonna have to take the heat for that.
and maybe they'll do it 3 times in a row.
Oh, I hope not. Just finish it. Mania. Roman is a boring. He's a paper champ. He's boring. He's stale. I don't want to see him anymore. He can go on for a year for all I care.
Oh, we got Bam in the chat.
I didn't even have a Paul Logan poster, Bam. I don't even have any posters in my apartment. I have no posters at all of anything.
What did you do to the people that makes you for them wants to say this about you?
Oh, it's just Bam. I know they're just kidding around.
Yeah.
Bam likes to bug me too when I go live, and it's all good. Just like Randy when I go live, it's just all in good fun. Oh wait, I was gonna. This is not WWE related.
Oh, what's that? What's that now?
What's what now? I'm moving the table. Is that what you heard?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gone now.
Yeah,
I
I was
know
moving
this
my
is
table.
not WWE related, but what did you think of TNA's decision on getting rid of Scott D'Amore?
I
think
mean,
that was a bad decision. It was so good. I do not see why they did that. That was. I don't think that was. I don't. I think it might go downhill from now.
I agree because
It was
I
just
know
good. So,
I know some wrestling. I know some of these corporate people. They want someone corporate to run but there's a difference. I mean, Vince is like the mixture of both. He's corporate, but he has the wrestling mind of the
right?
genius. So you could be corporate.
I just don't understand it. We literally had the first Impact show. It was Scott D'Amore. He was passionate, and then before he ended his whatever his speech, he knocked down. Like, why not? Like, see, he was actually passionate, and I don't know what he would have been. See, I don't know. It was a bad decision. Like, I think Scott D'Amore. See, you saw the passion, and you knew he was going to do great things with the company.
I think the answer could have been that instead of getting rid of Scott D'Amore, because I still think you need a wrestling mind to be running your show.
Well, he was there for like 20 years, and now you're going to get rid of him? Like, that made no sense to me.
Well, here's the thing I would do is keep him there, but if it's all about money, then you put someone just a hair above them and say, hey, we got to at least keep the money, the budget in mind. Like, we can go after this guy, but do we want to blow the budget on this guy?
Right?
mean,
Like, I was just saying Scott Demore could be there to help a hand if they needed help with like this. I could see that they could have kept him because he could have helped manage and help them with the storylines if they needed help with anything.
I see him being fine. I'm sure he'll probably be a producer for either AEW or WWE,
I don't
either
know. It sucks.
or
Those years.
or even an agent. But
Yeah.
I think he'll definitely land between those two. So I'm sure he'll be fine.
I understand that. I'm just saying it's just shitty what happened because he's been there for so long, and I saw that one day on Twitter. I'm like, are you serious? Like, why?
I'm just saying my opinion with all that is
No,
because
I understand what you're saying. It was just heartbreaking when I saw that post.
well, the reason I'm bringing up the opinion of that is when you see what WCW did. They they were doing good when they had Bischoff. They always said when they were going to hire Bischoff, when they hired Bischoff, they're like, we don't want someone in the wrestling business, but more like the business end. And see, the thing is, WCW didn't know that he had a lot of business from AWA. They got ideas, and then he was coming from below, learning about all the stuff, and that's how he was able to turn a lot of stuff behind. And he was a big fan of Japanese wrestling and luchadors, and he was smart enough to branch out and figure out ways to do something different than WWF. So he had a wrestling mind, but he was also corporate. No, not as big time as corporate mind like Vince is, but um, but then let's go to when they were putting corporate minds in, and then WCW went down the toilet. Either both ways, when they wanted to go corporate before Bischoff and after Bischoff. Then yes, Vince Russo took over creative, but he's still not the head honcho. But then you go to TNA, you have Jeff Jarrett, who was running the show. He was still pretty much he was running the show, but yeah, you had Dixie Carter, who had the majority ownership of TNA. So she'll be running the budget. While Jeff Jarrett was, hey, this is what we're going to do with TNA, and honestly with Vince Russo and a couple other buddies. So that's why you had some very good years with TNA. So I think you need to be the combined of a corporate mind and a wrestling mind to survive and
No,
thrive in this
I
business.
agree with you. I agree with you. They shouldn't have got with him like completely. Like I said, they could have had that corporate guy, but they should have kept him because then he could have helped if they had any issues.
No, I agree with that.
But no, they don't think like that sometimes.
No, because corporate people just look at numbers on a piece of paper
Yep.
and they're like, oh, why is this costing that? If this guy ain't, they're like, well, this guy's not making ratings or he's costing us money. We better get rid of him. Even though maybe he's just starting in.
Right?
And
They wonder why some of these companies go downhill, especially with wrestling. They take over and then they see it not going very well. They wonder why, what happened.
I mean, I'm happy for TNA still being here. Even though I thought it was going to die for years.
Well, what about Scott
But-
DeMore just getting fired?
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, we're just talking about that actually. What's your opinion on that,
But-
Road?
I think it's a little ridiculous. I mean, the guys had long tenure with TNA.
Yeah,
And
that's what I was saying.
they just rebranded as TNA again. We got them a working relationship with WWE, and then all of a sudden now the dude's canned less than a month after they rebranded as back to their original name.
And I think they need. I think the name needed to die off for a little while because the TNA name was toxic, but Impact Wrestling was kind of bland. And so I think it was time for the TNA name to come back and be rebirthed. But the problem is, you're not going to thrive on a shit cable channel that no one gives a flying fuck. I think TNA might have make a little bit more exposure if they might gain some money, maybe not. They'll get more exposure if they maybe move to YouTube. I mean, look. I mean, how many subs do TNA have on YouTube? I'm just curious.
I had no idea.
It's got to be in the millions, though. But like, that's what I'm thinking. It's got to be in the millions. But that, or try to get on a network television show, like how NWA was going to go to the CW. Let's see, TNA. They have 4.8 million subs. So they would get a pretty chunk of money. And right now, like there's one match they have, it's Chris Sabin versus John Schuyler. In 9 hours, they got 15,000 views. And it's the full view. They got one for about 15 minutes with 12 hours ago, has 45,000 views. So, I mean, I think if they might just put TNA Impact on, at least on YouTube for like right now, maybe they'll probably make a little less money, but I think they'll get better exposure than, let's say, NWA does.
I think they're getting more views on Access TV though.
But the problem is, they're not building off that though. You could build your views off YouTube and then like, hey, we're doing good. So we want to bring this to a better channel that we can grow. Not to fucking Access. But
Well, it's not only on Access, like it is, but like for me, I don't watch it on Access. Like, see, for my cable, I have the Fight Network, so they show TNA on there for me.
well, I think they just need a better channel.
No, I agree.
I think if they're on over the air TV, that would be best.
No, I agree. They need to find a channel because it'd be great if they're live. Like, I understand like they're taping things, but yeah, it'd be cool if they were actually on a recognizable channel and to go live every Thursday instead of every time it's a tape show, pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Their pay-per-views aren't
What
taped,
the
are they?
fuck are they doing?
No, they're not. I'm just saying that they need to find a channel instead of taping everything. The only thing that's live right now is their pay-per-views.
Oh, and they only do what, like 3 a year?
Well, it's not profitable for them to do more than a few times a year because, I mean, it's not like they were back in the 2000s and the 2010s where they could get a little bit of profit, probably. It was better for them to only do a couple of them.
I don't understand how they're still in business. If they're not making money, how are they paying their wrestlers?
Well, because it's a corporate owns them, the Anthem owns them, TV network owns them. So that's why they have a TV channel to keep this on. But Anthem might be able to say, "Hey, we're going to move this to a better channel," but if they kick TNA off any of their Anthem channel, then they should just sell the company to WWE. But I don't know. I TNA's kind of dead. I
But
hear
say they do sell TNA to WWE. Where does everybody go then? Where do all the wrestlers go?
Oh, well, I mean, there's still companies out there. They got New Japan,
Oh yeah, that's true.
WWE.
I
Got
don't know. TNA did seem it was dying, but with the rebrand, it did seem like it's been a little bit better than it was in the past.
Yeah, I believe so, but they're never gonna get to the glory days anymore. AEW took their spot. AEW is in their spot right now. And I think honestly, people are shitting on the AEW a little too much because I think AEW has the better wrestling. Like yes, does WWE has the better storylines? Yeah, but WWE has some shit storylines though too. I'm getting sick of the Alpha Academy. I'm sick of seeing Tozawa going out there. I'm getting it's just stupid. I mean, WWE is not immune to stupid storylines. While AEW has the bet. AEW usually has the better wrestling between WWE and AEW. AEW has the better wrestling. I mean, people. So I don't. I mean, is it perfect? No, it's nowhere near perfect. I mean, I think we're in the better shape for the fans are in the better shape since AEW came by. Think about it. If we didn't, we would have nothing really going for right now. Except what? Ring of Honor died if AEW didn't pick them up, right? So TNA's there, but they're on Access. And gosh, what else? And then you got New Japan, but New Japan's not on. I think they're on cable, but I'm not gonna look at New Japan because I mean they have a bunch of Japanese wrestlers, and I'm not gonna spend my time to figure out who the fuck they are. I'm sure they have some great wrestling, but I'm not gonna learn who the fuck they are. But I think AEW deserves a little bit more credit. Talk about that. I'll be when this is done. I'll probably turn on Collision. So, trying to think what else. I mean, Rose, are you still there? Because I'm hearing. Okay, I hear Steve came back on there. So,
New Japan is not on TV. They have you have to get
Can you hear me now, Casey?
I hear you now, Rose.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I switched apps that it shut my mic off too. Because I was
Well,
messaging somebody on Facebook Messenger.
I heard nothing. So, but I saw my back wallpaper still going. So, I wasn't sure if my audio died again. Dude, it's pissing me off. I'm not sure how loud I am in the apartment, but it sounds like they're doing a bunch of work up there, and it's almost 10 o'clock. Yes, it's a weekend, but at least show some fucking respect. Like I
Yeah,
hear drilling.
they shouldn't be drilling at that time. I think isn't there a certain time where you gotta be like quiet? Like yeah, it's like
I think
9:30. You should be
I think
quiet.
I think it's 10 o'clock is the cutoff. So I don't want to be that asshole go up there. It's like, can you shut the fuck up? I don't want to do that.
I'm
I would totally do that.
I don't do that. I don't do that. I just wait till somebody else goes to do it, and they can be the bad guy.
I just don't have the heart to do it. I
No,
mean,
I'm with
I
you.
don't.
I don't want to deal with it because then they're gonna be mad at me. We're gonna
DDT.
interact in the hallways, and it's gonna be like, yeah, awkward.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to cause any problems. I mean, I'm gonna make noises, so I'm willing to give some grace period. But it was like the last couple days, it sounded like a kid's like really, you gotta run across the fucking thing. I'm like, I want to go up there, like tell your fucking kid to stop running.
Oh, I hate that. I know, like above me too. Like I hate that. I know the kids, but it's like sometimes it's just like, can you? It sounds like a herd of elephants sometimes. So I can hear what you say, Casey.
It's like my buddy who just lives near me. He lets his kids go out and play and being kids. So they're not going around and making a lot of noise. So he's being more considerate. But I don't know. I don't want to be an asshole. And I guess I was being patient, but honestly, I filed a grievance again about they still have not officially fixed my ceiling yet.
Really?
Holy!
Yeah, yeah, and my bedroom, it's starting to peel now with where all the water came through.
Well,
So,
I pay rent to fix it.
well, I
Like, yep.
talked to them. Well, I I dragged my feet to finally grab my freak. Oh, here's the kicker. So one of the things I was supposed to sign off is like when you first come in here, you're supposed to sign. Oh, this look good. This looks good, and pay all this paperwork to get your mailbox key. Well, I did not sign that. So for the first couple 2-3 months, I didn't have my mailbox key. So this week I decided to walk in, ask them, "Hey, can I get my mailbox key? It's been a while." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then what's funny, and I told them about what's the progress with my get my ceiling fixed. I was like, "Oh, they just got done doing the finished repairs up there." It's like, "Okay, cool. I'm being nice."
What about the other problem you had, Casey?
Yeah.
Uh, I think it's been okay. I hadn't caught any
Since last
since
week?
last.
That's good then.
Yeah, either that or they're smart enough, but you fi- I might have to clean the trap out and try again. But they should still catch it. But I have not. I every once in a while hear, but I have not seen them or they hadn't tripped the traps again. But um, so I finally got my mailbox key, and I unlocked my box. The fucking thing was filled to the brim, and only a few of them were mine.
Man, you moved into a real dump, didn't you, Casey?
Yeah, no shit. So what I did is like it was so many people. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. It's been there sitting for 2-3 months. I just dumped all their mail because I figure if it's been sitting there for 2-3 months, it's not that important anymore. Plus, if they used to live in this,
RKO. Sorry.
if if they used to be living in this apartment, they should have had their mail redirected anyways, and I need to do that too. So But yeah, the whole thing was packed. So only 3 pieces was mine, and the rest of it, I was like, fuck it. I just tossed them. Because a lot of times we have the honor code, I guess, if someone has someone's else mail, they would put it on there, like on top where you can scan through, see if any of those were yours. So I kind of feel like that's more honorable. But I'm not gonna put like this much of stack of mail up there. I was like, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Wow. That's crazy.
But yeah, this whole week sucked. Well, since Wednesday all the way to Friday night, I was in really bad shape. Wednesday, I was starting. Actually, Wednesday morning, I was not starting to feel bad, but I decided to go to work because I wanted to be more reliable. Because I always been taking time off for stuff like, oh, I have water damage, and like, yes, that's a big reason. And the one after that is I had to, you know, finally finish emptying the house. So that was another good reason. And the other days are like either I'm in major pain, or my sick, or having major gut issue. So this one
Oh, yeah.
is that I've been with bronchitis, and they diagnosed me with bronchitis. Like, well, I guess I'm not going back to work for a few days because I'll be sick. It'd be
Yeah,
really bad.
people go to work with bronchitis though. I mean, it's not good, but people do it.
Yeah, but I was not in good shape, dude. I was feeling warm. I had to turn my AC down and put a fan on me because I was feeling warm. It was definitely, I feel like, the worst version of bronchitis I had in a long time. This is just under when I had swine flu. Swine flu was the worst I can remember. COVID, I felt better when I had COVID than this bronchitis. But
There we go.
I did not want to move after I got back from urgent care on Wednesday night. But get this shit. So after lunch, I started feeling real bad, and I left to go to urgent care. I think I was at urgent care for about 2 hours. And I expect that's why I bring my phone with me and my ear pods. So after that, I wasn't sure how long it was going to take to get my meds filled in. And I need to change my pharmacy so I don't have to go cross town to get my meds anymore. But I had to go down there for some reason anyways. But came home, took my meds, chilled out for a little bit after going to urgent care. Then I was ready to go. Well, I thought my meds were ready at a pharmacy. And my car wouldn't start. But I had a buddy close to me, so he helped me jump my car. I get the Panera bread, so I can get soup in a bread bowl, because it's like, hey, you know what? I'll get a different thing to eat, and soup will be good for me. So I get the Panera bread. They fuck up my order. So when I had Dukas with me in the car because I was gone all day. So I wanted to take him with me.
Did Dukas Dookie in the car?
So I went. No, he's usually pretty good in the car. So, I went in there to get my soup. Come back, my car wouldn't start again. Luckily, I messed with the cable a little bit, and I guess I need to tighten up the cable on my positive terminal on my car. I think that's what I need to do because I have full voltage on my car battery. I think I just need to tighten up that bolt or nut. But got that going. Went to the pharmacy. They told my meds weren't ready. It's like, well, we can call you when they're ready. It's like, I mean, are they going to be ready today? Like, yeah. Like, how soon? Like, well, if you give us a few minutes, it'll probably be done. And like, I only had to wait about 5 more minutes, and I was fine with that. No one was behind me. I was at late at night, and then finally, I could come home, take all types of meds, and start the getting better progress begins at late on Wednesday night. But Wednesday night sucked hardcore. But and then Friday and Thursday and Friday, I was not feeling good. I was starting to feel better Friday night though. But obviously, I felt better today that I went game shopping today because I wanted to get out of the apartment. I did not want to get stuck for a third night in a row in the apartment and not doing anything. So tomorrow, but I got to do some housework tomorrow. I mean, I got to do laundry for sure. So, what are you guys planning to do this weekend?
Right now, obviously, I said I'm doing the simulcast with you, and I'm playing Tekken 8 on my side of the stream right now. And tomorrow we're doing the LTS Super Bowl watch along.
Yes, I think that'd be fun.
And
Yeah,
I'm betting $20 on the game. So
on which team? On the
I'm
Niners?
I'm betting on the Niners, and I'm doing a parlay.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
Boo! You suck.
Well, hold on. What's the matter? I mean, it's American football. Well, like you're a Canadian.
So Canadians watch NFL. There's a lot of Canadians that I know that only watch the NFL over the CFL.
Do you have a favorite NFL team?
No, I'm just picking the Chiefs because I hate that Taylor Swift. No, I don't really care who wins, but actually I know people though that do care about it. The only thing I do watch is the Super Bowl. Like I don't watch like all year, but I really watch the Super Bowl. It's the only thing I really watch all year from the NFL. So I like to watch the commercials too and the game and stuff.
Oh, I got a feeling that we're. I think I've been watching the Super Bowls and I've been very disappointed with the commercials.
Yeah.
But hey Rose, do me a favor. I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna go take Dukas out, and I'm gonna take some cough medicine. So can you take over?
I don't know what happened to Kratos. He said he was going to take a piss.
Yeah,
But he fucking
heard from him in a while.
I'm
fucking
still
fall in
here.
the
I'm
toilet?
just tired I've just been tired as of late.
I'm tired
Well,
today too. I hardly slept.
Well, if Kratos, you're retired, you can go ahead and take off. I don't think we're gonna be here much longer, anyways.
All right.
I mean, that's why I wanted to start Saturday as all a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you coming by, Kratos.
Welcome, man.
You take it easy, bro.
Yeah, Kratos.
Yeah, see you.
The reason why I start doing the shows earlier, I like to do them earlier, and I can get done with them earlier. And
Really Mysterious commented on my stream. He says, Casey, you need to eat lots of fresh garlic every day.
I don't know. We got Ghost 3600 says he's looking forward to the for LTS show, guys. Anyone but the Chief at this point. Like, I like the Chiefs because they're closer. The
Casey, you're
Cowboys,
just a front running fucking homophobe, all right?
no. Well, the reason is what
Oh,
I
he
want.
just wants the Chiefs because he's in love with Taylor Swift, and that's Taylor Swift boyfriend plays for.
No, it's because I like the Dallas and Kansas City are the two closest NFL to me.
Are you just you're going with Drew's team? Well, if Drew, your team sucks.
Well, I've been a Dallas Cowboy fan
No.
since their Super Bowl years. But we got Froggy Style, and I'm wondering if that's Bullfrog or what.
I don't know. I'm too tired to decipher that at this point.
He says, "Lay off the weed, Casey. You're coughing too much." Well, I have bronchitis, so actually, I'm about to take some cold medicine. And I know you're kidding, Steve. How about
Damn it.
what was it, Austin?
I don't know. I didn't watch the All-Star game because I work weekends, and that was on in the afternoon, and I worked that weekend, so I didn't watch anything from the All-Star hockey thing at all last weekend.
Well, hey, Rose. Like I said, go ahead and take over while I'll go take care of Dukas, and I'll take some daytime. So.
Yeah, don't take the nighttime stuff. Don't go sleepy by on this, Casey.
No, I'm pretty good. I'm just thinking we're about to wrap it up in a little bit, but take over for a few minutes and I'll be right back.
Well, you heard him, folks. I guess I'm taking over. I don't know what direction the conversation's going in right now, but yeah, I'm just playing Tekken 8 over here. Over here on my side, we got really mysterious commenting on my side of the stream. I don't know who's all in Casey's chat, but welcome and hello to all of you.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I haven't slept very good today, so I feel Kratos' sentiments about being tired. I think I might have slept maybe 3 hours.
I had a long day today. I can't wait to sleep in tomorrow. It'd be nice.
And like I said earlier in the week, my lady friend's not around this weekend, so I'm flying solo a little bit. You know, I mean, she's talking to me here and there, but she's hanging out with the friends and stuff. So, you know, I tell her to focus on what's important to her and stuff too. So. I don't know. How's everyone else's weekend been going so far? Pretty good?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, my weekend, like I said, I can't wait to sleep in because I worked for 7 hours today, and then another 6 hours yesterday. So I can't wait to have an alarm not go off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably be going to bed. I don't know if my lady friend's going to be checking in with me before she goes to bed or not, if I'm going to hear from her again later or not. But if I don't, I guess I'll go to sleep earlier. If I do, then I don't know. I guess I'll go from there. Really mysterious in the chat. He says, Casey sounds like a country music record where everything is going wrong. Everything with Casey right now pretty much is going wrong. He moved into a fucking dump of an apartment. I don't know what reviews that place got that he moved into, but let me tell you, that would sure as hell would not be me.
Yes, I'm bad. I feel bad for Casey and all the bad luck he's had with the apartment. I've had no every apartment I moved into, I had only one, but even then, I didn't have any really bad issues.
The only thing that could happen to him now is that apartment catches fire.
Oh, oh God! Just that's not Mackie. Oh no, that will not be good. Kids waking up, the fire alarm going, and oh, that would not be good. I had in my old apartment, I had to get evacuated at 4 in the morning because some dumbass decided to fall asleep while cooking something on the stove.
Oh, that's always fun.
Right? That's just a smart decision.
I fell asleep cooking a ham in a roaster once, and it
Oh, shit.
overcooked by like 2 hours. And when I fucking woke up, my whole fucking downstairs, because my kitchen area is like open, so like all the smoke went into the dining room and the living room too. Like the whole downstairs was freaking smoky as hell, and the fucking ham was blacker than fucking black.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Well, Bam, you're not wrong. I am sick all the time, so
You need to go.
But-
You need to get some actual. I don't know. You need to get some like good, strong
I think
issues.
what?
So maybe you need some better medicine for your other sickness. I don't know.
I probably need to lose weight. I'm sure that's one of the things. But I think it's a lot of my genetics is that we get sick easily. And my brother and sister, they're in way better shape. You'd think I'm the adopted one out of them. Like, I don't know. Like, you would, it's outrageous. I mean, my brother built and my sister's skinny. I'm like the adopted one. Or maybe, well, but here's the thing.
You're the chubby monkey out of the family.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. My mom was a bigger woman. My dad's not skinny. So, maybe they're adopted and I'm the real child.
Yeah, Steve Callan is on the call on Casey's end there. Mysterious. It's me, Casey, Callan, and Kratos. If
Well, Kratos took off.
Kratos left, okay.
Casey,
But
I don't know. I'm glad I don't get sick often. Like I don't think I got. I don't even remember. I think it's like 2 years. Like I don't even remember the last time I actually got sick. So,
Dude, my fucking immune system sucks ass, and I only get sick like once a year. Thank God.
that's like me. Like I don't get sick, but when I do get sick, I fall down like a tree and I'm out for like a week. If I get sick, I'm gone for a little bit. It just knocks it. That's the only thing I hate about getting sick. It will just knock me out for like a couple days.
The last time I had a cold was actually like 2 weeks ago, and I only was sick for like a day and a half.
yeah, I wish I just had a fucking cold. I would have made it to work. I had fucking bronchitis. And my chest, it's not only my chest was hurting from my lungs being beaten up from deep coughs, my back was hurting, my knees were aching, and I was having a pounding headache. Like, God, like, I was just absolutely miserable. And then also, I was feeling warm. Like, I pretty much thought I might have had COVID because all that sounds like COVID. But, no. But, I'm now really getting over it. I'm glad that I decided to take Wednesday, the rest of Wednesday off, Thursday and Friday off. At least I don't have to worry about the money no more about that. But I'm not really too worried about my work situation. I just don't want them. I don't want them to feel like I'm gonna be unreliable. Like it sucks anytime that something that always happens to come up. And I feel bad about that. And I think they understand because anytime if I'm sick and if I had the money, I'm gonna go to the doctor.
You don't
Like,
have health insurance.
no, I got health insurance, but you still got to pay $35 for copay.
I guess your insurance in your states is like that. But what I have,
Yeah.
I don't pay for shit.
Well, I had to pay $35 for copay, then plus whatever the meds is. So, and there's sometimes I just don't have the money to do it. So I'm like, but I think when they see a doctor's note, I don't only just give them the doctor's note, I'll show them the doctor's prognosis thing they send with me. So they can see it. And like right there, it says bronchitis. So when I heard that and the way I felt, like I'm out for the rest of the week. Because it was definitely the worst version of bronchitis I had in years. What's crazy, when the whole thing with COVID started here, for 2 years straight, I didn't have a cold. I was, if anything, it was just I was having stomach issues. But that was me eating ibuprofens and Cedrins all the time. So that's my fault. But for 2 years, I didn't have bronchitis or a cold. So I was a little bit more leery while I was touching, but I think people are more cautious what they were touching and wearing masks everywhere. So, and now everything's off limits again. So that's how I catch. See, if I can get a nasty cold, it can easily turn it into bronchitis for me. So,
Well, they say once you get bronchitis once, you're usually prone to getting it a lot. So,
oh, guess what? I'm prone to get it a lot. And this one sucked the worst. I was like, of course, the worst version is when I don't have my mom here. Like, she would usually help me out, like, knows what I need to do. Like, she'll tell me have liquids. Like, I had to force myself to remember to eat because a lot of times I just didn't want to leave the couch. I just want to lay down and sleep, take my meds, and go back to sleep. So,
oh yeah, when you're pretty sick, yeah, when you're really sick, that's how you feel, yeah.
Oh yeah, like even when my meds were ready, I was like, oh my god, I want to have them delivered so I don't have to go across town and pick them up. Then when I realized, hey, you know what, I'll go pick them up and then I can go get soup, you know? So, and then Melissa suggests to get mucus. Was it Mucinex?
Mucinex is really good.
Yeah. And I was like, and I was still pretty bad shape, and it was late night. It's like I don't want to go, so I paid a pretty expensive box of Mucinex on DoorDash, so I didn't have to leave.
But Mucinex in itself is like freaking $20 a box.
Yeah, and plus the fee for that too. So, but I didn't have to leave. I could just wait for someone to deliver it, you know.
Right.
But I think Mucinex been helping me. And I started to feel better on Friday, but I was also, I guess I was mixing too much stuff. Like I was taking my morning pills. Then I was taking like daytime. Then I was taking the 2 prescription meds that they gave me. One is those pearl things they give you apparently nowadays, and whatever antibiotics. Usually I ask for a Z-Pack, but seems like this one's working now. Because I thought I might have to go back the way I felt on Thursday and Friday is like, if this is not going to get any better, I'm going back to there and tell them I want a fucking Z-Pack. But I'm doing better. But God, this has been a hell of a few days. And I had to get myself out of here because I was getting stir crazy. Not being at work and just being stuck, sleeping, feeling miserable, and just watching YouTube all day. I mean, I'm down watching YouTube all day, but being miserable when not only being
I don't know if you guys
sick.
heard that, but my alarm went off. Time for me to take my medication.
I didn't hear that. But having not only being sick, then having all those type of
Did I lose
body
you guys?
pain. No,
This
I still
fucking
hear
shit
you.
froze.
What, yours or me? Oh, we lost the Rose. I heard him say, lose you guys? He might be right back.
Oh, I'm so happy it's Sunday tomorrow. I don't have to have any alarm clocks waking me up. Can sleep in as long as I want. Work. Don't have to go to work.
You know, we heard you saying, did you hear us guys? And
No, it froze on my end. I had to leave and come back.
We heard you though.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you guys. Everything froze.
It's got to have been the StreamYards then. You know, StreamYards likes to fuck up. Like, what's funny, it seems like, I don't know if my internet decides to work right now. But I only had to reset a couple times.
Yeah, StreamYards can be picky. I remember one time I used StreamYards. It was. I had good Wi-Fi, but the whole StreamYard froze on me, and I had to just end the stream one time.
Well, the thing is, for some reason, StreamYard, like I was doing StreamYard on the phone at the house, and the picture was better, but here, for some reason, probably my area, anytime I go StreamYard, like I can set up stuff for StreamYard, but the second I go live on StreamYards on my phone, it starts acting up. That's why I was having issues. So I can set everything up on the phone, but when I'm going live, I gotta go on the laptop. So until I get good internet and a good laptop, this is the way I'm to go because it seems like it's doing better. So, but I kind of like doing Saturdays now because one, I think we have better time, we have better energy, we have more time to prep and think about some topics. And I'm not dog ass tired from work.
Yeah, no, I like that too because I normally work Friday into Saturday, so it's nice because I don't work tomorrow. So I like that. I can. It doesn't matter if I sleep. So
there's many times that I did not want to do Fridays because I was just tired. And
that's like me. I know, like when you asked me to do Fridays, I wanted to, but I was so tired from work as well, and I'm just like I didn't feel like hopping on anything.
Yeah, and like I think we had a good good following on Fridays, but it was just unless I get Fridays off, it's not working good. So Saturdays is a better day for me to do it. But really don't think there's much else to talk about. I know, like the Rose said, we'll be watching the Super Bowl on LTS tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And luckily, tomorrow it'll be on the air, so we won't have this problem like we did with the Royal Rumble, where
Nope.
one person is in front of the other, in front of the other.
Hopefully we won't. Hopefully it won't be too out of sync.
Yeah, I don't think so. We'll have some out of sync, but not as bad as watching something digitally. But oh gosh, so it'd be fun. I think it makes it like it may. I think it's just fun. Like it make the pay per view more fun to watch, to react to it. Um, Football seems more fun to react to it than just. I just honestly, I just lost my passion for football for over the years, and people are like, "Oh, is it because the whole kneeling thing?" Is like, no, it's not because of that. I'm. Do I think it's stupid? Yes, I think it's stupid, but I feel like I can understand you gotta protect the players, but some of these fucking rules they have changed makes it so bad that we're damn near heading towards flag football.
Well, they already turned the Pro Bowl into a flag football game, so.
Well,
Mysterious says, I thought Casey was in a house. No, he's in an apartment now. He sold his house.
yeah.
The worst thing you can do is have a calinitis.
Damn, apparently he don't like you, Steve.
What?
So apparently he don't like you, Steve.
Who?
RM.
No, we're serious. No, he likes me. Like I talk to him on, like I have him on Discord, and he talks shit to me one on one.
Steve knows people are just messing.
Him and Serious talk to me too. Like I'll wake up and like he'll say, "What's up, dumbass?" on Discord messages.
Yeah. It's like a friendly trolling, you know. I learned.
Like, Randy does it to me, and Sam and everybody.
What's going on to E-Top?
I
But
am not dog shit at this game, first of all.
oh,
That's talking about. I probably fucking whoop your ass 8 weeks from Sunday, by the way.
oh, nice. Well, yeah, it'd be, but yeah, I lost my passion for football when they started making it. Yeah, like I said, I feel like protecting the players is one thing, but the second a quarterback launches the football, like literally the second, and a defender tackles them, they're like, "Oh, that's roughing the pass." Or like how's a defender supposed to stop in full momentum like that? I think you gotta have some grace period. I can understand like 3 seconds later, bam, okay, or like that's different. But like it's a split second, then that's bullshit.
Well, flag football, yeah, there's no tackling. You just 2-hand touch and it's fucking lame.
Well, I'm talking about full what football is nowadays, you know, where the moment that the quarterback throws the ball, he shouldn't be touched. I'm like, well, there should be like a second.
That's
Grace
because of all the fucking injuries quarterbacks have had over the years. They're doing everything they can to protect the quarterback.
Well, I mean, they're paid millions of dollars for some reason.
And if you don't think
Like,
that
I hate
some of the
to be-
referees, if you don't think that some of the referees are rigged to sway a game in one team's favor, you would be out of your mind. Because
Of course, they
in recent years, I've been thinking that more often too.
Of course, the refs are doing that. They're even in not even football. There's probably even in the NHL. There's some referees that will rig the game. There's not some referees can't be trusted in those sports nowadays.
Wasn't there one referee banned because they bet on games? or am I wrong about that? Like games that he's in, like wow, he's gonna bet on games that he's in, but I don't know. I don't think too much. I remember the years when we have the scab refs when the referees were on strike. Those were some pretty bad times. Those were bad games. So I remember those days. I was like, I'm willing to have a bad call every once in a while. Than having those bad refs. But yeah, I think it'd be fun watching the Super Bowl. I would
Go
say
49ers.
I think it would be nice to watch the Elimination Chamber. I don't think it's going to start super early in the morning, but
Yes,
I,
it will,
It is
Casey, because
Central
it's going to be
Time,
live in
1 morning,
Australia.
Casey.
What?
Everywhere like, I checked Central Time, Casey, 4 in the morning Central Time.
Yes, because it's going to be live in Australia. So they
Yeah,
have
it's
to
gonna be
do
on
it.
the morning, Casey, because they're gonna be live with the third time, so it's gonna be morning for everybody. Like some people 5 a.m. It doesn't matter. It's still gonna be. I'm just gonna pull an all nighter after SmackDown. I'm just not gonna go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It'll be airing for us 7 hours after SmackDown's over, huh?
I'm just gonna stay up all night.
Why don't they just like do it early in the morning in Australia so it'd be more times
Because,
as
Casey,
a
because
little
it's
bit.
always. It's just they always done that for everything. Everywhere they
Yeah,
go, that's just how they do.
yeah, but
It's just how it is.
why do they need to
Because
do it
that's
this?
the last time they did it in Perth. That's because that's the last time they were in Australia. It's just that's how they do it in Australia.
I
Like last time they were there too. So
Well, I mean, why does that has to be in the afternoon? Why couldn't it be like, hey, we're gonna start at noon?
it's just what works for their time zone. The kids can't do anything about it.
Well, no, it's because WWE likes to do it where um
That's why
because they
Vince
have
never wanted to do a WrestleMania in London,
You
because
can always watch the replay.
out here it would start at freaking 3 p.m. And he doesn't. He likes WrestleMania to be on prime time.
That's true. Like, kids, you don't have to watch the Elimination Chamber live. You can always catch the replay. Like no one's forcing
yeah.
you to watch it early in the
I'm
morning.
only gonna watch it live because I'll be awake.
No, I'm gonna be awake too. Like, and the reason I'm gonna stay awake is I like to watch it live. I don't like to watch something that aired. Like I have to. I like watching it live. Then watch it.
Well, yeah, then you have to avoid the
Can't
spoilers.
stand that. It just feels weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you
If you
had to
don't watch it
avoid.
live, you have to avoid the spoilers on fucking Twitter.
Yeah. Or avoid it everywhere. It's not just Twitter. You go on fucking YouTube and they'll spoil it just going by your subscriptions.
Ooh.
Plus, I don't have to work till 12 o'clock on Saturday, so that doesn't matter to me anyway. Staying up a little bit.
I just think it'd be a better answer them starting at noon, and by the time it starts here, it's like at either at night or in the afternoon for us.
I don't think they're starting at noon. I think they're gonna. I think it is at
Oh
night.
no,
It's
I'm
gonna
saying
start at 8 p.m. in Australia. So 8 p.m. Australia, whatever that is in our local time zone, is when it's gonna
Oh
start.
yeah, for Central, for me, Casey Central, so that's 4 in the morning for us.
I heard
no,
3. I heard 4 a.m. Eastern time, so that's even earlier for Central time.
I checked it. I just googled it like 2 days ago to see what the Central time was, and it told me 4 in the morning. So
I'm
Wow,
saying,
so it's gonna be 5 a.m. here.
yeah,
I'm saying, you start in Australia at 12 o'clock. So by
They're
the
not gonna
time,
do
I'm not
that.
gonna do that,
no,
Casey.
no, I know they're not going to do it. I'm saying this
So
is
then,
what.
if you know they're not gonna do it, and we know they're not gonna do it, then there's no point in even mentioning it.
No, I'm just bringing up my solution to the problem.
Well,
Like
you
you'd fix
They're
the
not gonna
problem.
start a major wrestling show at noon when people are barely awake, and they haven't been awake for very long.
that's true.
Nah,
WWE always does. Doesn't matter where they go, they always have it in the evening.
I think they should change.
It
I
doesn't
think
matter where they go, whether it be Saudi or anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, why do you think when they're in Saudi, the shows start here at 1 p.m.? Because they're
I'm
7 hours ahead of us.
I'm okay with that
Well,
because
then I don't know. Watch. You're gonna. You can always, like I said, not watch it. So you got 2 weeks to decide if you're gonna watch it live or not.
yeah,
Because it's 2 weeks away. So
yeah. I was just saying my solution because I know it's not going to happen,
I understand that.
but because I think it's a stupid thing that they're not doing it.
Well,
And the
every
reason,
country should get it in prime time, right? I'd like to hear Casey read Shakespeare. We're not doing that shit.
Oh God, Casey.
Chiefs will win by 9 points, he says. Steve's a good
Hold on.
guy, so is Casey me. Yep. Appreciate the
Hold
kind
on.
words, RM.
I can't even read Shakespeare, so I don't even know.
well, hold on. If I'm going to read Shakespeare, I'm not doing it for
I
fun.
don't even remember any Shakespeare from school.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing Shakespeare for free. So,
Yeah,
like,
but even if someone paid you to, would you even remember any?
well, it depends. I mean, I'll read it to a point for money. Like if they give me like $5, maybe I'll read for 5 minutes. I think it'd be funny for 5 minutes of Shakespeare for
Yeah, but well, where's your donation link? There you go, $5.
I wouldn't do it tonight because one,
No, not tonight. And you would have to set up people would have sent it to you anyways.
yeah, and lately, honestly, I hadn't got any takers on it, so I hadn't been putting that information up either. So until I get a good computer, and good internet, I'm not gonna put anything to dono right now. So, but I really think we should start wrapping up because we're heading to 3 hours. So
I got on here as little. It was what going on almost 10 p.m. I got here, so I've been on. Yeah, I've only been on with you guys for about a little less than an hour and a half. I got caught up in talking to my brother. That's why I got on so late because I was talking to him about the football bet for tomorrow.
well, I mean that was
and then I didn't realize what time it was.
well, that was fine because I had Kratos and Steve. I already talked to Steve, and I just happened to be in the call when Kratos is ready there. It's like, oh, cool, he's ready there. So,
Well, hopefully Kratos is retired tomorrow.
so why don't you go ahead?
We are going to be going live. We're going to start the show about 10 minutes before the Super Bowl tomorrow. So the game starts at 6:30 Eastern. The game starts at 6:30 Eastern. So I'm going to go live at 6:20.
So let's go ahead and do our shout outs and plugs and shit like that. I know this is not up to date info, but this is his channel, The Rose. So why don't you shout out your bullshit? I mean, your plug.
My bullshit, huh? Man, my bullshit gets 100 views on Thursday nights when I play fucking wrestling game there, buddy. How many views do your fucking your uploads and your streams usually get?
Moving on.
Exactly. Well, anyways, we already talked about tomorrow night quite a few times. Monday is going to be Monday Night Horizon. It'll be week 4 with me and my new lady friend as we play Forza Horizon 5 together online, and we'll take on the weekly playlist. And then we will Tuesday, I don't know what. Wednesday, I don't know what. Thursday will be more wrestling. Friday will be Mortal Kombat Deception online. Now, you're thinking online. Let me tell you. I recently hacked a PS2 and the Mortal Kombat Deception game. to access online servers, because there was a private online server that somebody made, to take the game back online after it hasn't been playable online since 2010. So I'll be playing that next Friday for Mortal Friday. I'm sure I'll be playing more Tekken next week. Maybe I'll play that on Tuesday. I don't know. But as of right now, Monday, Thursday, and Friday, and tomorrow night are figured out. But I always say, come on over to the channel because there's always something on the channel, and I feel like there's something here, a little something here for everyone. If you like video games or you like less than serious, that's what we got for you on this channel.
Hold on, talk a little bit longer. I gotta spit something out.
Well, I've said everything I had to say, Casey. I guess we'll move on to Steve if he's got anything to talk about.
I got nothing really planned for my channel. Just the wrestling reviews, the random news, and just the random games once in a while that I will stream. But that's about it.
Oh, I should have Steve's done now because I need to cut it out and put it on there. So yeah, I should ask Steve. I probably need to do Kratos as well. Does Kratos does his own thing?
He hasn't yet, but he keeps saying he's going to, but I don't think he has yet.
Okay. Well, for me, my view's been down in the toilet. Now I don't know why, quite frankly. Especially from some of the stuff I was pretty sure it'd be a grand slam. Like my Vectrex stuff. Like this one where I showed the Vectrex system featuring the pack-in game Mindstorm. And then another Vectrex game, Blitz. And I think I might... Oh, yeah. Did I do that? And I think I did 3 of them. Trying to remember another one I did. Maybe. I think I did 3, but I did Taito Legends on the Xbox.
What game?
Taito
Legends? Never heard of it.
Was Taito arcade games.
Oh, okay.
On it's a bunch of Taito arcade games.
So it's like the Midway
CD.
arcade. It's like the Midway arcade collection and whatnot that's been released.
Exactly. Then I put out part 2 of talking video games with Phil.
Hold on.
With,
yeah. So if it starts at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. in Australia, yeah, it would be 4 a.m. Eastern. So I was right. Callan watching Bullfrogs live bedroom live stream. Nude stream. I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
Well, I guess everybody's gonna have fun in the morning. I just like whole all nighter. That's the best option I have for that day.
So I have part 2 of talking about video games with Filthy Mouth Gamer and myself. That I thought me and Filthy had a very great talk. We are in talks to do another round of hopefully doing it live next round.
You know what? If his mouth is so filthy, why doesn't he wash his mouth out with soap?
I don't think with the mouth he has, he could do that. Well, I also did Monster Garage on Xbox.
I was watching.
You was watching that one?
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really look interesting. The game, I don't know.
It was pretty much a what do they call them? Like one of those cash grab games. I guess the only thing I can think is a cash grab game is like Monster Garage and American Choppers, about a TV series that they put a video game behind it. Because Monster Garage was a show on Discovery. Apparently, you cannot go watch this on Discovery Plus, apparently. But they had several seasons of Monster Garage with Jesse James was the host. And you build a car. I mean, you transform the car into something else, but it still has to look stock at the very end of the day. And it was a pretty bad game. And I'm in the middle of working on American Choppers 2 Full
Electric Boogaloo?
Throttle. Electric Blue. Full Throttle. That it's a pretty awful game as well, but I'm probably going to continue playing more of the Vectrex games because I'm gonna play through the games I got for the system and move on to and probably finish off Mario Wonder for the Switch. I think I just need one more recording of that and I'll be done. Because I think I'm down to the last world. So I could do that in about an hour and a half. And then I need to do another round of Mother 3. I hadn't done a Mother 3 in a while. So, and then probably I have a Pikmin 4 loaded up on the computer, so I can pull that out if I need to. But I will probably start doing some record things this weekend, especially I'm feeling better. So, pretty much right after this, I'm going to relax for a little bit. And then I'm going to do some Vectrex recording. So, hopefully, I'll finally get over this fucking view slump that I've been getting. I know last week I broke over 200 views from Saturday is Raw. I mean, we had a big one with the whole thing with the Vince McMahon situation and John Laurinaitis calling himself a victim. I mean, like, he's nowhere near a victim. He has to prove himself being a victim. But I don't see him as a victim. But
I don't either.
And I guarantee I don't see the end of this just yet. I think it's only just begun to live. Oh, it's only just begun. So
Right.
I think we got more of this before we see the
I
end
hope. I
of
haven't
this.
look for it anymore. I'm done with the Vince thing. I just done.
Well, you'll say
It sounds
Casey
like
$5 for what? RM.
if I'm probably reading Shakespeare. Because I said I would do 5 minutes of Shakespeare for $5.
5 minutes is probably too much for $5. I don't think anyone could stand that for 5 minutes.
I think it'd be funny. Maybe we
I
could have
don't know.
talked about this behind the scenes. Maybe we could have done
I
like
don't
two.
know if reading Shakespeare. I remember Casey just trying to weird words off like for songs, lyrics for songs, and that.
Well, I just start giving up on those songs because people would make me try to sing some of these songs that I'd never heard in my life. So I was like, I either make up the tunes behind it or I just start reading them, instead. So I'm not saying maybe in the future when I start able to have donos, maybe we can return having that. for me. But especially if I'm doing all the punishing, I'm taking the money for that. I'm sorry. If I have to take the punishment,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
taking that. I'm taking the money. But um but besides that, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. We're 5 minutes over 3 hours. We had a good run. Um I'm sure we'll not only get, like I said, we'll get more Vince McMahon situation come out, but I'm sure we're going to have more info about WrestleMania in the next couple weeks. And well, before we take off, when do you guys think we'll start seeing our first inductee to the Hall of Fame for this year?
Maybe
You
Monday.
think this Monday, or you think the Monday after Elimination Chamber?
Maybe the Monday after Elimination Chamber.
It's possible. I think that's probably best because I think we're under 60 days now to WrestleMania, so uh, they need to start announcing some of these people. I mean, I think it's a given that one of them's got to be Bray Wyatt. I mean, the guy's a multi-time champion, and a lot of times they'll give someone who died from the company, who was still with the company when they died, they'll give them being inducted. I mean,
I could see Bray getting in this year.
was
Yeah,
Brian?
usually we start seeing it by now. Usually
Yeah.
it's right after the Royal Rumble.
This might sound off, but is Brian Danielson in the Hall of Fame, or is he?
No, he isn't even in the Hall of Fame yet.
He's not going to get
Okay.
it now that he's with AEW.
He'll eventually get in there. Come on, Daniel Bryan will be in the Hall of Fame.
What about Jericho? Do you think Jericho would ever be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Eventually, yeah.
Well,
Honestly,
before we talk about Jericho, before we take off, it's funny how Jericho is kind of off the hook after Vince came in and swooped in and took
People
his.
didn't care about Kylie Ray to begin with. He was still being cheered on TV. People were still singing his song. His allegations are nothing like McMahon's allegations. You can't even compare the two.
really different.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying beforehand. Jericho, the only thing they had is him hitting on her, and that's all they said. That he made a pass, and she freaked. She didn't say anything else.
Well, she's also a fucking space case too. So she's a flake.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I heard that, but I'm not gonna demonize the victim. So, or
How do you know she was a victim?
Yeah, because some of these,
yeah,
some of them like to, after it happened for a long time, just randomly saying, "Oh, look, this was what happened like a few years ago, and we're just going to talk about it now."
well, here's the thing. She really didn't even bring this up, though. So she's not the one who brought this up. Remember, this is all started because he had that whole thing about Christmas, and then one of those people said, "What about those other people you have signed NDAs?" And then some people took one and got two, and then the whole and Kylie Ray never said anything except emoji heart. I know she posted something recently, but honestly, she didn't really say much to the situation.
Because there really wasn't anything to say. There really was nothing.
Yeah. So I still think Jericho will go in the Hall of Fame probably after he retires full time,
Which
Like,
will probably be in a few years because I don't see him going. I think maybe maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't see him going too long anymore.
I agree. I think this is his last contract. He might be like help run the company behind the scenes, but I see Jericho in the Hall of Fame. You know what? Before we get into we got really mysterious in the chat, and we got TSS. Oh my god. TSS says Casey reads Shakespeare for a game review for really artsy game. I mean, I do have something interesting. It's funny you said artsy game because I do either have an artsy game like Mario Paint and Sega Genesis has some version of that, but I also have something more uncommon and rare. It's the video art console from LJN.
RKO. Anyways,
From LJN, where it's pretty much a bad version of Mario Paint. You can see the episode on Angry Video Game. Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I recently found one. I think I paid $10 for it, maybe $20 for it. I saw it.
Now you gotta have him. Now you gotta take it to him to have an autograph, so he can tell you to stick it up your ass.
Hey, actually, I've met him before. I met him because I have my NES lid that has a bunch of autographs, and I actually need to get it out of the freaking car. But I asked him, "Is this your signature?" He's like, "Yes." He's like, "Do you want me to sign it again?" I was like, "Yeah, you don't have to sign it twice. At least I have your okay on it, saying it is, you know." But and I explained where I got it. I told him it was him and his guy who did the music, the guitar guy. I think it's Kyle something.
Kyle, what's his name? Kyle Justin. Is that his name?
Yeah, Kyle Justin. I think so. Those were the only two names on the NES lid. So I decided, and I bought it at a flea market for $20. I was like, you know what? It's a good idea, and I eventually just continued on with it. You know, had other people sign it, but I can probably bring it in here and put it on
some Papillon 900.
Put it on
the purple place.
Put it on the side of one of the NES bookshelf. But we got really mysterious. I'm sorry I didn't see you guys.
Did I pronounce your name wrong there? Is it some papaya? Is that how you say? Is it papaya? I probably said your name wrong. I apologize.
RM's being nice. He says I need to be in the Hall of Fame. while he says Callan belongs in the Hall of Shame.
Oh, come on.
Casey belongs in the Hall of Fame, all right. Most likely to suck dick after high school.
Oh, God. Oh.
Hesitation suplex.
And he says RM says the rose belongs in a picture frame. That's funny.
Anyways, everybody.
If you're still watching, you little dickhead, does this look like I suck, Mr. E-Top, you douchebag?
Well,
first of all, I'm not even fully trying because I'm playing against the fucking AI. Like, you know, the AI.
You know, it's funny. Hard. No one, I don't think anyone noticed. I have return of the belt. Remember, I had the spinner belt with the CM Punk name tag.
Yeah.
Well, I sold that a while ago,
and
I got me a new spinner belt.
Oh God, why? It's a gate. Why? No one cares about the spin-up belt. Why'd you get him when it's the gayest, one of the gayest
Yeah.
belts ever?
Oh, hold on. One, it's not bad. Come on.
I don't care.
Two,
I'm just saying.
I think if it was not spinning, if it stayed like right there, I think it's a good looking.
It's all. I don't know. I don't like that belt.
I think if
Spinner
it
belt
wasn't
is
spinning,
gay. Fucking John Cena that spinner shit. I could
It
care
is
less.
stupid. As
well,
he bought, even when he made even when John Cena made the U.S. the spinning belt, I was like, nope. I was like, come on, it's like that was even stupid too.
I think the reason why people hate it's because the spinner part. So
Because it's for fucking kids. That's why it made the title
It's
look like for
basically
fucking
a
children.
big fidget spinner.
well, what it was is during that time frame, the spinner was a big thing in the 2000s.
Yeah, because the fucking douchebags who thought it looked cool put it on their fucking ribs, on the car ribs.
Yeah.
That's why.
So, and it was
It did not look cool on a wrestling belt. It made it look like a fucking toy.
Yeah,
But
it looks like a big ass fidget spinner.
But I'm saying if it stayed like that, if it was not moving and it was just, I think people would like it a lot more because I think it's a good looking
So
belt.
you like the spinner US belt too? Then
No, I'm just saying the look of this belt, if that didn't spin, I think it's a good looking belt.
I think they just need to go back to how the titles looked in the 90s. They look so much better back then than they do today.
they do. I agree. We need bring back like the winged eagle belt. There you go.
Or like a variant. But
Oh yeah, oh variant. Yeah, I agree with the rose. The belts that they have, like
oh,
I don't know, they all look stupid.
The
now.
tag team title belts, are they even fucking gold yet, or are they still bronze?
The tag belts are still blue and red. They haven't They should just make one tag team
Right,
belt.
but I'm saying is the plates themselves gold yet, or are they still bronze, or were they
I think
silver?
it's bronze. I think it's still bronze.
That's fucking stupid.
I know it's stupid, and they should just make one tag belt that they said they were going to do.
Yeah, they should. Not wrong there.
RM remembers the night when I won the belt when J-Man dropped $2,500 and he crushed Welsh, who was trying to get Amanda the belt. Well, one, Amanda did
Is a
win the
skank.
champ. Oh. I didn't say
He's not wrong.
I had nothing against her. I mean, I hadn't
I
seen
don't
her.
either. I'm just fucking around.
I hadn't seen her in years ever since that whole thing has happened. So, two, what's funny is now, I mean, I watched Joe Cronin, but apparently, I guess he makes a new belt, but he doesn't send out the belt to anyone no more.
Oh, because he's stupid.
Well, after what fucking Tex and fucking
No.
Compton did to it, would you blame him?
His belt is dead. I'm surprised people still watch Lamatize
Oh.
this. Man.
Well, talking about Tex, I mean, it's funny you said that because Tex is in the chat. He finally showed up and he says,
Hey,
"Hey."
it's the Section 8 Hood Championship.
And then he said, "It's RM says, hey, it's Yosemite Tex."
Yosemite Tex, huh?
And then here, that's right. Tex never did anything to that belt. That's right. It was Compton, and I think Compton.
Yeah, Tex never touched
I thought Tex had his hand on the belt too. I know Compton fucking destroyed
No, it
it.
was all Compton.
He etched something into it. I remember that.
Compton. That's all Compton.
Yeah, Tex never got the belt, even though Tex was technically the champion. he's sending the belt to Compton because I guess I have nothing wrong with Compton, but I guess Compton cried about say, hey, let me get the belt. And while being part of, let me rephrase that. Maybe cried is a bad. Maybe he worked out a term like thinking about the New Day term to make it sound better. But
You see,
like,
the one and only time I got on the fucking board with points. If I was to win the belt, which obviously wasn't going to happen, but if I were to win the belt, let me tell you guys what I was going to do with it. I was going to take that belt if I got it, and I was going to fucking spray paint Derailed over the fucking monetized this logo and call it the Derailed Championship.
I was gonna, if I got the belt, I would just put the lamatize this belt.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. We got text says, so when you carry that belt, Casey, does it make you the king of all blacks? Oh my God. I guess so. I'm the king of all blacks wearing this belt.
I dare you to go say that in the hood. You'll get your ass fucking stomped.
I should ask Kratos, does this make me the king of all
Yeah,
blacks?
go ask Kratos that. Yeah, you should do that.
But I think it's a good looking belt. I can understand why people hate it because of the spinner part, but if it didn't spin, I think people would actually like it more.
No, it still doesn't even look that good.
I think
It still looks better than what they have now.
No, that's true. If it didn't spin, that's fair. Like, what's with these belts nowadays? Do they just why is it all copy paste, copy paste, copy paste?
Well, they're not as bad as it used to be anymore.
Like, I don't like the AC belt that Gunther has now. It's growing on me, but still not very fond of it. I don't even care for the United States belt. That's too. I don't even like that one.
I guess Tex put me in a trap. We're saying something racist, saying the whole thing being the king of all blacks. So I guess.
Well, you do run that math club after all.
Oh, I did rename it. It's the Casey Cool Club. It's the CCC. But we're not affiliated with the KKK. We have no ties to them, but we do still continue to burn signs in people's yards, but to make sure they don't think it's the Ku Klux Klan.
So, Casey, you get more of those plus signs?
No, we just turn the plus sign over, so it's a burning multiple sign. So now they
turn
know
it sideways, so now you burn X's in the yard.
Okay, yes, I burnt X's in the yard. There you go. So, I mean, it's completely different. We are not affiliated to the KKK. God, I know I'm going to be cut. I'm being... This is not good. We're probably shadow banned now.
Casey, you know, if they pulled a Mortal Kombat, a reverse Mortal Kombat, and spelled it with a C, you can still say the Ku Klux Klan with a C. You know.
Oh God.
We play your shadow band, and way, and this is overtime now too. So,
well, Tex says he says clip it again, but he says he's heading to the bars, have fun, audio. But he didn't say that he's going out for some hangings like Tommy would said. Like,
I'll have fun at the bar. Don't try to get in too much fights.
Because
Tex gets in the bar brawls for exercise.
Oh yeah, Tommy. Why does Tommy even say that? I don't get that.
I don't know.
Why does Tommy say half the shit he says?
he has a Friday. I think he had a show either today or yesterday. I think no, it was today. He had Monday mailbox.
Who?
Yeah, Tommy had a Monday mailbox unboxing.
Why did he
Like,
do a mailbox Monday on a fucking Saturday?
I don't know. Like he couldn't wait till Monday.
I didn't
So I
even
was
know
like,
it was live. I don't even have notifications for him.
well, I think it was I don't know if it was
What time
live.
was it? What time was it at?
I don't remember. It could have been a short though too. I don't remember.
Oh, it's probably when I was at work.
Oh, by the way, RM has gave double negative points to Callan.
Uh-huh.
So
It's not even the Joe Cronin lematized this thing really mysterious.
well, hey, maybe in the future, maybe we could. I don't know.
Actually, I was looking at my history and I found the date of that YouTube video I made when my beef with Cronin started, and it was like, holy cow! I can't believe I actually found that video today.
Well, I don't have anything against Cronin.
Oh, I do, because apparently I was talking bad about him with that one day when I wasn't, and then he said I was. So then I said whatever. Then I am going to start talking shit. Then
I'm trying to be neutral because I like to go around. I like to go. I like to go around and say hi to people.
no, I know you do. I just can't with Joe. I'm just FMN all the way.
Well, like I'm a big Ken fan too. But I just like to go around and say hi to people. And
Well, you can say hi to people, but apparently, I don't know what it was, but apparently there's one thing I don't say hi. He's like, why? Like, you gotta be careful, Casey. I don't know. I try to stay out of the two because when there's certain people and certain people in the chat and on the call, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going in the chat room for that. It's not worth it.
Well, I think I hate to say this. I think some of the people in the chat is what fuels a lot of it, and it's
yeah,
the
but
people.
there's a certain person that's on the call or in the chat that if I see that person, I'm not going to chat because, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to mention a name. Just who shall not be named. Let's just say that.
There you go. That's smart.
I'll pull Harry Potter. I'll pull a Harry Potter, okay?
See, I'm afraid about this belt because my other spinner belt that I had so many missing gems. So I'm afraid how many gems this thing has that it
Oh yeah, I remember showing that other one. I remember seeing that one with the missing gems.
Well, it's not obvious. You had to look for them.
I know about the one stream you showed you. I know about those one stream you were like you showed us on the other one what was missing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the gems kept on falling out of this thing. Plus, one of the plastic rivets broke. So, I regret selling it because I did take it to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But
I try to maybe save it. I don't know. I'm too cheap for a belt. Maybe I'll find a good.
Well, this is probably the most expensive.
I'm not that
belt.
much of a mark that I need one, so
I don't even need one, but I do live right beside a wrestling collector's place. So
I think I need to get off because I'm starting to have coughing fits.
yeah, like this 5 minutes. I know it's like I think we went over time.
Yeah. I mean, there's no real.
No, I said nothing bad about it. I'm just saying we went over time.
I'm just thinking I need to let my throat hole rest up and get some liquids. maybe some clear liquids for once. But Rose, you want to take the end of this for me? Because I'm having a hard time right now.
Jesus Christ, Casey. Cough up a lung, why don't you? Well, guys, I guess I'm staying live, so you guys can come back over and hang out with me. Casey's going to get out of here. So for myself, Casey's Raw, Steve Cowlin, Kratos was here earlier. My name is The Rose, and for Saturday is Raw. Thanks for watching, guys. And if I don't see you back on my stream, or we don't see you tomorrow night, then, well, thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody. So next time, my name is The Rose, and we'll catch your ass down the road.
Thanks, Rose. All right. See you guys. Where are you, you son of a bitch? Come on. Where's my... Oh, there it is. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.